A whole new world.
Is this how we're gonna be?
No, I had a question I wanted to ask. What do you all aspire to?
To be enough.
Wow, that's deep. Let's unpack
Amen.
that.
To be wanted
Okay, also deep.
Not by the law.
by somebody
By somebody
By
other than
somebody.
the law.
other than the law.
So you aspire to connection.
I want to kill the loneliness.
I aspire to connection.
And what do you aspire? No, but dude, that's not what you aspire to. I'm sure you aspire to something much
Oh,
more
world domination.
lofty.
You know the vibes.
I mean, okay, just the world. So we're
just one world.
we're keeping it local.
Just one world.
One
We're keeping it local.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It could be like like
I'm all about Earth.
okay.
What do you aspire to?
but his business plan is scalable. Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Scalable to other
Other worlds.
other worlds. Okay.
And hopefully one day we're gonna have the privilege of taking over other universes.
See, that's scaling up.
Of course, spreading capitalism to the world.
Okay, nice.
Resources, minerals.
What do you aspire?
What do you
to?
aspire to?
I'm asking the question.
I asked you first.
Yani, I feel like to actually make a change in the world. Say yes, this is better because this
To
is better
make-
because of me.
Okay.
We're back to Kumbaya, Shams.
Yes.
Hey,
Instead of vibes and
To
feelings,
make a
Shams.
change. What kind of change?
Hold on.
Because I feel like there's a lot of things that we can improve in this world.
Is this
right?
where you? Okay. Is this like recent, or is this like been a mission?
I feel like it's been a calling for
It's
a while.
been a calling
For a while.
for a while.
Yo.
And what did you do when you heard the call?
I just listened.
I just listened.
I just listened, homie.
Left it on red.
I'm still listening. That's the thing.
No, he put it on hold.
لا كده نصرف يا ابو عدول كده في ميزانية. I think I just heard it and then went on, and then
Look,
I heard it again.
So
what's that?
knowing
you basically went new phone. Who this?
well, here's the thing, but look, you need to understand
I didn't even respond.
Shamsi from back in the day. That's been Shamsi for a long time, though.
Yeah.
Like I met you when you had aspirations.
Kumbaya aspiration.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not like something that you're willing to get out of your comfort zone for.
Shuf, that's the thing. The way you look at the world changes with time. You grow, you evolve, you learn, So you mature in your opinions and how you could actually, affect that change in a meaningful way.
Yeah.
Were you
And how-
In a
inspired?
lasting way as well.
Were you inspired by that? What's her name? The autistic weather girl.
Greta Thunberg.
Greta Thunberg. Yes.
I mean,
were you inspired by her?
It's not me, and she's actually autistic.
Yes.
Didn't think it was none whatsoever. I
Turkish
do
feels
think
like shit for laughing right now.
No.
Man, أنا مالي شغل. أنا مالي
Do
شغل.
you not? Okay, so here there's the argument. She has made a change in the world, right?
No.
The fact that you know of her,
It's
No, they
almost
use
like
it-
she's a media personality.
Yes,
Or
that's the
maybe-
change that she made.
Or they're using it as a mascot.
So it brings us back to the question of lasting and impactful. Is her change lasting and impactful? I don't know. It's not for me to judge, right?
Do you think in this day and age today that you can actually, bro, before I ask this question, how about we start the podcast?
يا ريت والله.
Do you think that actually exists? Yes, it does exist.
That wasn't my question.
Okay. Because I was going to point to examples of it existing, right? Like people doing things that made a
Turks
difference.
by your side.
Shamsi.
إيه it's 2:15.
Shamsi.
إيه خلوه خلاص.
Do you know what's the biggest
اسمع.
pollutant in the world?
Hey, welcome to Pastor Kabsa. It's your boy Ida. What's happening? What's popping? Episode 215. Shout out to tens of videos, all that bullshit. I got Turks right behind me.
Hey.
I got Champs right next to me.
Yo.
Number one's in the building. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Now back to the question. You were saying?
I was saying, do you know what is the biggest pollutant in the world?
People who think they can impact the change in the world.
No.
Yeah, okay. What?
The meat industry, your hamburgers, that awful thing that you shove in your mouth every single day. That is the biggest pollutant. So
The second awful thing you shove in your mouth.
Okay.
That's actually true. It's the second. It could be
Yeah.
fourth.
whatever. But basically,
Numbers don't really matter. in this
Burgers are not for
podcast,
breakfast. ما عليك.
You know?
You can't eat numbers.
No, but هنا, okay, go on.
So, do you think that is solvable? Do you take
Yes. This was actually my question I was about to ask.
There's a replacement.
What do you think that you can make a lasting change in or impact?
Yes.
Impact on.
Yes.
yes,
And today's,
After hearing the call way back and changing and evolving and seeing the world in a different way where you figure out how you can impact
yes, keep in
change.
mind you are
everything that you just said. What's the conclusion?
yeah, keep in mind you are a major contributor because you are basically 70% fast food.
I am like Muhammad, like me
Yes.
personally.
Yes.
See that argument we had a long time ago in terms of institutional, your ability to actually affect change, and the fact that certain industries and certain realities are instructed in ways that you can't really change at the end of the day. Like personally, I'm always going to have to ride a gas car because that's the most convenient thing, unless, electric becomes more convenient. That's one example. Same thing with planes. I'm always going to have to fly on planes.
But you can also join institutes that want to create a lasting impact and help their call. But the problem you fall under by doing that is sometimes you're under this company that has a
certain agenda.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
A certain agenda that you do not really believe in, but you believe in the cause. But the agenda of the company is not something you.
So the compromise of your morals.
Exactly.
This is when the dilution, begins.
Adil, I think the final episode of Shamsi is me, you, and Turks open up our phone one day and finding random idiot throws tomato soup at the Mona Lisa
Yeah,
for climate change.
for climate change.
I mean, that's
Random idiot laying down on Malik Fahad.
that's one change, that I do support, and
Random idiots ran over in Malik Fahad.
Okay, let's go back to the question. What was the question again?
Random idiot was scrapped off the floor on Malik Fahad.
I don't think we're going back to the question anytime soon.
I love it's always an idiot,
Hey, we were just saying.
No.
There's a pattern here.
That's the only constant that we have with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love the fact that in the last episode there was a comment on the YouTube when Shamsi wasn't here.
On the YouTube.
On the YouTube.
On the
yes.
YouTube.
I speak.
You fucking dad. You tell me. What happened on the YouTube?
On the YouTube.
Oh, was it reflected on the
What did you
Facebook?
see?
I speak the
Hold
English.
on. You need to understand. He just said what he read on the YouTube.
Yes.
So, what did you read on the YouTube?
There was
The platform where you watch.
Yes,
You decided to read.
I speak the English.
Okay.
What was the comment?
There was a comment on the last episode when Shamsi was not here. Like, I wish, basically, sum it up, I wish one day you will stop shitting on Shamsi, even when he's not here.
Hold on.
basically.
I'll read you the comment.
Read the exact comment.
Yeah, the exact
See,
comment.
see,
That's a very tall
See,
ask.
that is lasting and impactful change.
Random listener.
I'll be dreaming of the day when Shamsi doesn't get shit on.
Yes.
See? Dream
That's
on.
a t-shirt. Print it. Sell it.
Listener, there's this thing
keep
called,
dreaming.
there's this thing in content creation called a content pillar.
Yes.
And shitting on Shamsi is one of our content pillars.
But okay, here's
The number
thing.
one
No.
content.
Let me explain something to you. Okay.
See, he's showing the meat behind the sausage. Don't do that.
No,
Don't
it's
do
not
that.
about that. Shamsi, but you need to understand about him. If the joke is funny enough, he'll ride for the joke. Like he will die for that joke.
So you need to get my approval.
Yeah,
here.
so sometimes like we will joke on something that we know is bullshit. He knows it's bullshit, but it's so funny that he rides the bullshit.
There is buy-in.
Yes.
Because cleverness. Try harder. Number one. This is the point we're trying.
But
to
you
get
have to
here.
understand, like sometimes we shit on Shamsi with the things we're shitting on Shamsi with. He's also in the joke with us
Correct.
because he thinks it's fucking funny.
Because irony. Yeah, see how that works.
it's a level. It's a different level.
Layers,
It's like an onion.
onions.
It's like an onion. Yeah,
It's like an onion.
It's like an onion.
Exactly. It's sore.
And
It's
then one of the jokes was, Shamsi's actually gonna do something to change the world. Guess what, fellas?
He didn't do
haven't
shit.
done shit.
I mean, I'm here. Right?
Your car is 12 years old. Okay, your car.
Don't
is
shit on my
polluted.
car. Don't shit on
I'm
my
shitting
car.
on everything you have.
Okay.
I've been in that car. It deserves to be shit on.
First off, that car only has one letter left on it.
Yeah.
True.
Used to be Ed. No longer is the case.
It's no longer Ed.
Yeah, no longer Ed. It's just E.
Okay.
Which is quite disconcerting, right? Because what's he writing? He's writing an E. Okay.
Oh my god! So his car is already polluting the universe. All right, his car alone is destroying the universe.
And guess what? Every time I come here, it's destroying it even more.
Exactly.
Because travel.
I add 25 minutes to the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But again, we're going back to the change. I feel like, I don't know, honestly, how change can happen. I don't know where my part, comes into
The
really
only-
affecting larger change.
the
Because I
only
think
way
it
you
starts
can
with
change.
small steps.
Hold on. I
And
will
intention in the
I
right
will
place.
tell you why you will not be part of anything that has to have a long-lasting impact. Because you, as yourself, need to see results. And if they're tiptoeing and they should not be tiptoeing, you will lose your shit.
Yes, obviously.
Exactly.
Yes.
So sooner or later.
Because what are you doing?
Exactly.
There is room for you to run here. Why are you crawling?
Exactly.
Why,
And
That's
You
why
will-
you should never have power. Ew. تفضل.
No, but and you see, that's if that speaks to anything, it speaks to my desire to. If I'm gonna do something, let me really do it, right? Let me not just mess around with it. Let me actually put in the effort to push it all the way that I can.
That's very
There-
that's
there-
very Mao Zedong of you, Shamsi.
I mean,
I
he
don't know
succeeded,
what
right?
that dish is, but yeah.
He succeeded, right?
So, don't you feel that a lot of I don't know, companies or initiatives that are looking for long-lasting impact feel like they're very culty?
I mean,
We're a family.
depends on how much you get people to buy in, right?
We're
Okay,
family.
okay. The
So-
climate control peoples. Does that feel very culty to you?
Have they controlled
It
any
ge-
climate?
See, the problem with that is multifold. Okay, it can come off across that way, but then again, we do know that there's like a media machine agenda that's kind of against having that thing being pushed on a regular basis, right? It does sell newspapers on one level, yes, but we don't really want people to believe that this shit is true.
Yeah,
so let's
but-
try to make them look crazy.
Fun fact. Ask a random climate change person lover if they think that the Unabomber was on the right track, but poor
Okay.
execution.
Wrong angle for this
No,
conversation.
that's not the wrong angle.
okay, yeah.
You know, his stick was like, we're ruining the environment, so I must bring the system down.
Sure, but that didn't
Good
really
intentions,
work.
bad execution.
Yeah, again, that didn't really work.
Okay, the media can't make you look stupid when you're laying down in front of the street while people are trying to go to work because they have jobs and children to feed. Okay? When you're throwing paint and gluing yourself to things, okay, you're making yourself look crazy.
Yes.
No one is making you look crazy.
True.
Bad optics
Okay.
is the term.
True, but it is making you speak about the topic, which is
No.
a very important topic.
Okay,
is
first
it
off,
not?
let's disagree on this. You know for a fucking fact, every time we see them on TV, what do we say? What are these crazy people doing?
Crazy white people.
Yes. Oh, it's automatic white.
Usually,
Okay. So when you're looking at them with all the drama that they're causing, you're not like, oh, okay, it's because of climate change. That's what, no, you're like, yo, what are these idiots doing? These people have jobs and kids. These people might lose their jobs while you're blocking the road. People are coming to you and say, yo, I have to go to work. Please move. And you still don't care about other people's feelings. You're sitting in the middle of the road.
Shamsi.
because a cause.
Shamsi.
They have a cause.
the
because
cause
I-
is not to annoy
Usually-
or to hurt
usually-
someone else.
Yeah.
As a person who is engaged in what I like to call supreme shit posting online,
Okay.
you usually, when you go to these comments and in these videos and whatever, the first comment is usually commenting, oh, it's always the white girl with the blue hair. It's always the white girl with the blue. Like those are like the first 50 comments. None of them are about the environment. It's like, oh, this is a white girl with blue hair and she has nothing to do, nothing better to do.
It's a calling, bro. It's like you're waving a flag now. This is how we look like. This is how we act.
The term is called virtue signaling.
The term,
Yes, thank you.
which brings us back to the whole media, game basically that people end up playing. You end up doing things like that. Why? Because you want to get attention, right? And this is the way for you to get attention. Do some stupid shit so people can say, "Hey, see that
But-
guy that did that stupid shit."
But doing stupid shit is exactly what you said. We look at it and say, yo, look at this stupid shit. We're not looking at it as in, yo, there's something behind this. We need to pay attention. We think it's stupid and we just walk away.
Which is unfortunate, honestly. 'cause
No,
you're
which is
missing-
the truth because
No,
it's
no,
stupid.
no, because
There
you're missing
was,
the larger point, right?
By the way, I saw a beautiful tweet. Man, the Arabs, okay, especially
والنعم.
Saudis,
إيه.
والخليجيين, طيب, we have ways of saying words that we all understand. So someone posted this comment talking about something political, and this guy replied, he was like, "شكلك حق أبو ألوان." I picked it up. I knew exactly what he meant. I knew he said Abu Alwan.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what this boy meant.
This is where we're going with that.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Now that you bring that up,
it's clever.
It's super clever, bro.
Now
Abu Alwan.
Yes.
now that you bring
Yeah, منوع.
now that you bring it up, that kind of reminds me of a recent story that made me go, ha.
Okay.
There's a recent news story that basically made the lefties in their fields.
Bro, you better hurry up with the sentence, man. That was the longest sentence I heard in my life.
Basically, there's it's Pride Month in quote
Yeah, I
unquote
know.
the US, and there was a city council near Detroit that is the only city council in the US that is completely Muslim led
Okay.
and near Detroit. It's like a
Okay, yeah, I read that. Yes, yes.
yeah, and they unanimously said no color flags on the government property.
Okay, we're keeping this
Neutral.
issue. Yes, exactly.
Neutral. And the whites were like betrayed. Like literally, literally there are news
Scandalous.
stories. There's a sense of betrayal within the white liberal community. Like we went to bat for you, brown person.
But values, we have different.
Can I ask
ones.
y'all a question?
Yes.
This is just me thinking. I'm not going to tell my thoughts and feelings on this. I just want to ask a question.
Okay.
What other groups do you know that has a flag?
Does the Zulu Nation have a flag? I'm not really aware.
This guy went to Zulu
Which
Nation.
is Zulu
Wow.
Nation.
Yes,
Yeah. It's not 1991, bro.
Wow.
Wu-Tang.
Okay.
That's a flag.
No, seriously.
This guy went Shaka Zulu. I'm gonna think about him now.
I just find it very interesting and hilarious. I'm just saying hilarious, so I don't get in trouble. That they have a flag.
People
and
have-
this flag is being raised everywhere, like a calling.
I'm actually trying to think. of
No
somebody
one
else
has
that
a flag,
Yeah,
Shamsi.
that's what I'm saying.
They
Nobody
got
else
a
has.
flag.
Yeah.
If you can't tell me this is not a mission, bro, what are we talking about here?
It's an obsession
interesting
with
point.
acceptance.
Yeah, but who allowed them to have the flag?
White people.
Again,
No, they created the flag.
Again,
The fact that the flag
first
found
off,
acceptance.
I don't agree with your answer as white people, because there's a lot of white people that are against that flag. The question is who allowed it into the political system.
Oh, it's activism.
Was it really activism, or is it someone making a decision? Oh, we can make use of this.
Let's
This
be,
will get us votes.
Here's
be inclusive.
this literally ties back to a conversation we had
Yes.
last week. Basically, the left in general said, you know what? I will be quote unquote the champion of the
Everything.
the term I like to use is the hyphenated American.
okay.
That is the accurate term. Like blah 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 American, African American, Muslim American, Arab American, Latin
Yeah,
American.
okay.
كله American, not white person. طبعا عندي بصوت.
Okay.
And now with this decision, like they discovered like the hard way, like these people have values apparently that are not aligned with me. It doesn't matter that they are a minority, quote unquote.
So you can't really claim to be speaking for everyone when everyone has different points of views.
Yeah.
They ate that up. American Muslims ate up Obama like crazy while he was bombing Afghanistan and Iraq. And they're like, oh, yeah, he cares about us. Yeah, because y'all over there. He didn't really give a shit about you because you're Muslim. No, they create these things to get all the things that they want out of you, then they just throw you to the corner.
Yes. And they
Here's the question. What did Democrats do for Black Lives Matter?
Nothing.
Thank you.
of significance.
they tweeted about it a lot.
Exactly. That's all they fucking did. They did absolutely nothing.
They took a knee.
What did Democrats do for LGBTQ community?
They tweeted a lot as well.
No, they went above and fucking beyond to change the laws for them.
Oh yeah, they
You
did.
forgot?
They did. Because they're a very potent voting group.
Because they have
Exactly.
because they have purchasing power as well that can support the democratic machine by donations and all of that.
Thank you. And we give them a flag that keeps changing and adding different colors every single fucking day.
I mean, they are a changing community. It is growing in different ways. So I know.
Or it's maybe because you're trying to draw you. This is the same thing that we were talking about before we started the podcast. When you have a company, you have to create new streams. Okay? exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're like, yo, we're no longer just these colors. No, we're also these colors for all these people. We are a lot of people.
Well,
There's a
and
lot of colors.
If you want to
And
be
a plus.
inclusive, you can be inclusive and then inclusive plus.
Did you ever
and then
see-
inclusive plus plus? You know,
plus plus.
So, you
I'm
know,
sure that's a Disney feature.
the inclusion keeps on including, basically.
It's getting way out of hand. Anyway, I'm just food for thought. I don't know who else has a flag that's recognized.
That's not just recognized. That's actually that you see on the public sphere, that you see in different places, not just the public sphere, in sports and in media, all across the place.
If I create a flag for my cause and I decide to wave that flag, wherever I am in any country in the world, are they forced to recognize that flag? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Should you be raising different flags inside a country that has a flag?
Also no.
Yeah, that ties back to like one of the key divides in America. Like people are not united. Like, yo, we like America. Like, no, there is a large.
But this is no longer about America. This is the whole West.
True, but in this case specifically, that there is a problem in the U.S. left. Like a lot of people on the left don't feel comfortable saying, "Yo, I like America." Like, they don't like their own country, which is
That's their problem. I don't give a shit about that. I'm just looking at the
yeah.
way
But
the
once
local
you
flag.
take that baseline away from a country, like shit gets really crazy really, really quickly.
Freedom.
Freedom is free. Freedom ain't free.
Freedom ain't free.
It's the idea is the game became much more about identity politics than it is about economics or labor rights, which is something that it was centered around a long time ago. But then again, that doesn't help business. So what helps business? The idea here is what helps business. So this helps sells products. This helps grow a market, cater to it in a sense to let it know that it's here, it's responded. It's good for everybody around. It greases the money machine. So if it greases the money machine, why are we against it? Why should we be against it? Of course, this is the logic that happens over there. because at the end of the day, everybody wins, doesn't it? Everybody's happy, except for people who actually have conservative values that have to put up with this stuff because they don't agree with it. It doesn't agree with their lifestyle, with their religion, with how they want their children to be raised, with what kind of life they want to be involved in. And then you have the spark of the culture wars that you're seeing now on a daily basis.
Well, because the problem is you're telling me that I can speak my thoughts and fight for my rights and be able to live the life that I deserve. But when I point a finger at Abu Alwan or say anything about that community, that mafia, right? As I like to call them, right? You're pressing me then.
Yeah, because you need to be more accepting, right?
No,
It's
you
about
need
a
to.
more
You're trying to mess with our plans. That's why I have to shut you down. Where is my freedom in that?
your freedom to accept or not to accept, you mean?
Yes.
Here's the thing. A friend of mine teaches in the US. Notice I said teaches. And he said, listen, the problem from his perspective is that teachers have such a shitty salary, such a shitty working situation in general.
It's awful being a teacher.
It's awful. He said, like, in order to be a teacher, you have to love teaching. And from what he's discovered, like, the people who have a passion on teaching are really, really messed up in the head. Normal people aren't teaching because normal people are focused on, like, your salary and, like, the benefits. Life in general. So, like, when you have a 20-year-old who has blue hair, who wants to teach people, he's going to take a lot of his baggage
Exactly.
with him.
I will take the $2 an hour job because I'm making a difference. You want to work for a cause, Shamsi? Then you should be able to do it for free.
Or for a really shitty fucking pay packet.
Exactly.
Which
Use
is,
and abuse.
And you do have that on the other side as well, I'm sure. Like, you do have the...
Of course.
entities
Yeah, it
on
fits
sides,
both
you know,
ways.
It goes both sides as well.
But to you, like, what would you rather go get? Someone that feels like he's old school, or this super fun, open-minded person with everything in the world
Who'll take
ahead of them?
$1 an hour.
And here comes the problem of like freedom. Am I free to actually not do this thing that I don't agree with? No, you're getting paid to do this, so we need to follow the line, hold the line.
Yes. So there was a clip, I think it was last week on Twitter, of this kid he was a Muslim kid who didn't go to class. I think they were doing like some like Pride Month thing.
Yes, I think I know the clip.
Yeah, and then the clip was the teacher scolding the shit out of him for not coming. Like, oh, we all turned up for Ramadan.
Yeah, nobody asked you, Karen.
This is how she compared it, bro.
Yeah, nobody asked you, Karen.
She's like, when it was Ramadan, we were all here for you guys. What, you couldn't come and support your friends?
No, actually, I
like,
can't.
Bitch, this is religion.
Yeah,
It's a totally different fucking concept to what the fuck you're talking about.
I am not here for that. I am here for school to actually learn.
Yeah,
So why are you involving me in this bullshit?
And hold on, let me make it very clear. Like, for people who do not understand the way we talk, we're not saying hurt anyone. No one deserves to be fucking
No, it's just
hurt.
about forcing.
Exactly.
It's about forcing a certain
Champ, let
point
me
of
finish
view.
my sentence, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, no one asked you. I'm talking over here.
Okay.
Okay? No one is asking for anyone to get it.
I know
He's still
that.
talking. I don't know why the fuck am I doing this.
Go.
Anyway, we're not hurting nobody, okay? We're just saying live your life. Just don't put it down our throat. You were saying it, Champ.
Yeah, that's the point. Exactly. It's about
phrasing.
I don't go, bro. Look at this, bro.
Yeah.
It's annoying as hell, bro. Anyway, so we got stories, Turks. We got news. Please, let's go ahead.
Also,
bro.
the UN has a flag.
Okay, all right.
It took me a while to think of something, but
UN is different than that.
That's an
True.
international organization.
NATO has a flag as well.
I guess.
I guess.
Anyway,
Okay, Interpol Turks.
The Olympics as well, if we're gonna go down that road.
Yeah, Allah.
the Olympics have a logo. They
That
just
is,
put it on a flag.
what's it called?
Olympic.
No, it's not an entity. What the fuck is the Olympics called?
Commission?
Non-profit organization.
Commission or committee?
Something.
They're quite profit. Quite profit organization.
They're non-profit, like FIFA is non-profit.
Organization.
QP.
I think it's something like that. Who cares? Anyway, you were saying Turks? What?
Astronaut 599 and 600 made it back home. Alhamdulillah.
Our
Well, we
national
talked
Welcome back.
about them. Alhamdulillah, Salamatum, when they
Yeah.
came back from space. But I think yesterday they came back to Saudi.
Yeah.
Yes.
They landed on Earth on May 31st.
So
Yes.
they were basically in decontamination and quarantine and what have you, or why were they just arriving there?
Were you-
I have no idea. Talk about flight schedules? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh no.
I was hoping you'd educate me.
No,
Turks.
you think I would educate? No, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sure there's a process just to make sure they're good after coming back from space.
And healthy and stuff.
Definitely,
Yeah,
yes,
like to just, make sure they're not contaminated. with
Or it
space
could
stuff.
be they're doing other work. We don't know. So we're all just making this up as we go.
Exactly.
Welcome to this
But
podcast.
it's,
Anyway, we'll come back. That's the most important thing.
but it's
Did
good to have
14
them back.
research projects with 12,000 school students from 47 locations while they were in
Saudi?
space. Yeah,
That's amazing. Bro.
across the entire kingdom. That's a huge number.
That's a huge number.
Well, imagine like the inspiration.
Exactly. Like all these
Whatever,
kids.
yes. 12,000.
Yo,
12,000.
It's amazing.
that's amazing. Did they say what kind of things they worked on?
Microgravity, and 3 of their the 14 experiments were kite experiments.
Okay.
I've seen a couple of clips of those. I did not understand anything from it, بصراحة, because I am
Again,
stupid.
This is for science.
This is for science.
This is not science.
Yes, I am smaller than science.
Yes.
You are Sai.
This is environmental, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that was fun. Alhamdulillah. Welcome back, astronauts.
Okay. All right.
And other
So he said there's 14. He just gave us 2.
Yeah, that's the
3.
ones he's aware of.
3
Okay,
were kite experiments.
Yes.
That's what they mentioned.
Oh,
The
didn't mention the other ones, Danny.
No, I didn't. I have no idea. بصراحة.
Well, anyway, welcome back. It's they're back home as heroes. I know they had a press conference today, but we're recording this, so we wouldn't get the chance to see it or to analyze it. But you know, it's a proud moment for all of us.
Definitely.
They need a badge, and we need
Amen.
to see that it's the Saudi Space Agency now.
So there was an upgrade from the Saudi Space Commission to the Saudi Space Agency, which was
Yes,
announced.
SSA.
Yeah, which was announced a couple of days ago as well.
Nice.
I'm not sure how that plays out, but it tells me that there's an expansion in terms of the Saudi space, program ambitions. I would say.
I'm looking forward to the logos, to the badges, to the stickers,
To the merch.
to the merch. So Saudi Space Agency, please, as
T-shirts,
soon as possible,
please.
we're looking for shirts.
Let us buy into
Exactly, hats, everything.
this national
bucket hat.
aspiration.
Bags,
We-
exactly. I want
you know.
everything. Anything else?
Can I
Yeah.
get like what do you call those things?
Okay, there's
A
demands
what do
for
you call
merch.
those
A fanny pack.
A fanny pack. Thank you very much. I want a space agency.
My,
a fanny pack,
my
please.
suggestion is print a shirt that says they went to space and all I got was the
Ah,
selfie
yeah,
shirt.
ممكن,
The classic.
ممكن. Yes,
the
yes.
classic.
I would go for a replica spacesuit. I think I would want a replica spacesuit.
Okay, no one
honestly.
does that. That's called the Halloween costume. But anyway,
No, what are you talking about? Like, I'm sure there's like a different, like the Chinese have their own spacesuit, right? It's different than the American spacesuit. It's different.
Okay,
Than
for a guy who really cares about space,
Yeah.
if you saw any of the old SpaceX launches, it's all the same suits as everybody
Hey,
else.
but it's because
There's
sponsored
no,
by
no,
SpaceX.
there's nothing.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So what suit are they going to show you
زي طقم-
when we don't have a suit yet?
زي الطقم حق المنتخب عرفت؟
We have no suit.
There's this thing called
Why are you back? Why are you back, bro?
maybe Adidas for space.
Yeah.
Shamsi. There's this thing called
I need a
standard
helmet with the 3
design.
stripes. ما لي شغل فيكم.
Exactly.
There's this thing called standard design and industry standards.
Bro, ما في يعني when you buy a car, cars look different. When you go
يعني
get a
ما-
spacesuit, it's
Yo, I swear to God, man. Listen. Hey, do you need to go home? Do you need to go home? Do you need to go home?
I'm just saying,
يعني من تبرا- You're not gonna
There's room for innovation here, عرفت؟
you're not gonna see the space suit وتقول طيب اوكي بس ركب لي عليها كار بلاي بعد.
Hold on.
إنه يعني I would want يعني I don't know.
Don, the person who sent us that comment.
Yeah.
Okay, this is why we shit on it. Okay, this
Don.
is why.
His name's Don.
Yes, exactly. I don't know. I don't know who it is, but thank you for
Don as
sharing.
in مدير.
No, as in the Don.
As in مدير. Yo. That is the best translation for Don I have ever heard. بصراحة. كورليوني مدير
Dear Coriolis.
مدير كورليوني.
Well, that's what it sounds like,
I come to you مدير كبير.
See, this is why I'm back.
Oh, this is a Godfather reference, by the way, for anyone who doesn't understand.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Who doesn't understand the Godfather reference?
There's people, trust me.
Which brings us back to the point, right?
You definitely
Like,
back.
It brings us back to nothing. Stop pretending there's a big picture here.
Space suits to,
What I want is a space suit اقدر احطه في البيت عندي زي السيف تشتري سيف تحطه في البيت ابغى اعلق space suit في البيت عندي
Do you know how expensive is a spacesuit?
ولازم يكون حقيقي.
لا
Doesn't
أعرف
have to
لك
work-
عاد. روح خياط يا عم.
doesn't have to work in space,
يا
right?
أخي.
Just looks like it could work in space.
ما عليك روح النجار. روح النجار.
Listeners, we just to give you an idea of how we suffer with this man. We spent the better part of an hour explaining the very basics of the carpentry industry to him.
Yes, he just
okay.
discovered hobbies.
No. Okay, we were watching wood.
He did not understand إن في واحد تاخذ خشب يسوي منه طاولة.
No.
تقدر تسويها هنا في السعودية.
No.
That's not how it works. No, معلش. That's a bit more
No,
detailed
no,
than
no.
that.
What you said is like, oh,
Just
he
like
can
he-
work on the wood here.
Just like he explained to me that, you know, you can't buy buckets of paint. عرفت?
You can buy buckets
can
of
buy
paint.
buckets of
That's
paint.
one of the limited things you can buy in buckets. What are you talking about?
I did not say
International
that.
paint.
Exactly.
You can't buy buckets of international paint.
What are you
I
talking
can't
about?
get Japanese paint. I cannot.
No
Why
one
not?
knows anything about Japanese.
It's-
You can't order just a bucket of paint to come
Exactly.
to ship.
ما أقدر أطلب
Why
صندوق.
not?
Yeah, it's
Someone
called
might-
chemicals.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You can't just
See?
ship chemicals. on
So
the
they
airport.
were
fair point.
educating
Okay,
me
yeah.
on you know the intricacies of table making. طوال what's it called? طوال.
نجار.
Najjar, we said this 100 times. مو طوال Najjar.
Okay, you speak in the
Where the
God, man, I'm losing my shit
wait,
here.
where the hell did طوال come from?
طاولة. He makes طاولة.
طاولة.
It's before you came. Yes.
Oh wow!
Thank you.
Yeah. You're so
Wow.
lucky you missed that على فكرة. I'm just letting you
I
know.
think if I was there, I think I would have had an aneurysm.
This is my fourth one right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, back
Wow,
to Tawal.
Tawal.
Back to the subject.
Next subject, sir. Please, Tekfa.
We can finally say goodbye to COVID-19.
Okay, why?
Alhamdulillah. We declared it like خلاص gone.
Bro, read.
Saudi health minister bids COVID-14 goodbye. 14 COVID-19 goodbye with awareness campaign, which is مع السلامة.
Okay,
So Saudi is saying, so the Ministry of Health is saying basically we are out of COVID.
we
Yes.
are out of the pandemic.
The pandemic,
Yeah,
yes.
like there's no more COVID restrictions whatsoever.
Yes.
Whether we're traveling, wherever it is.
Yet COVID is still relevant to
course
people
still
who
relevant.
are like they suffer from respiratory issues or illnesses.
I believe the alternative to that campaign could have been take that Florida.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
That's an alternative for a lot of campaigns.
Okay.
yeah.
Relax.
Basically, yeah. It's like, hey, we got our shit together early. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
We all
Alhamdulillah,
forgot
honestly.
about COVID for
I
like
think-
2 years now.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. We can even travel without
we can
vaccines.
travel.
الحين خلاص they announced you don't need a vaccine
So
to
you haven't
travel.
even thought about COVID like for a while. When's the last time you thought of
Exactly.
COVID, right? When's the last time you went and you got tested? Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Like, we are in this situation where
Oh, we all got tested last year.
We live
What
in
are
a
you talking
country. لا, بس إنه-
Earlier this year, we all got tested.
That's what I'm saying. It's not something that's part of your day to day as it was once.
Yeah, you don't wear masks anymore when you go out.
That's true. But whenever you hear a weird cough, we're all like,
Yeah.
But
You think you have thoughts.
Have you guys used Tawakkalna anytime soon?
Yeah, every day. I still get messages.
Oh yeah, notifications aside.
Yes.
yeah.
for me, honestly, the whole COVID thing is a fascinating case study on the importance of consistent and clear messaging.
Oh yeah.
Among other things.
No, you do not understand. Like this crisis specifically showed, like, yo, you need your media and messaging on point.
Exactly.
We had it on point from
True.
our end. The US did not.
Not only the US.
A lot of other countries.
Specifically, like it was amazing. Like the amount of misinformation. Like, oh, actually no. Actually, أتذكر يوم قلنا ذا الشيء. Actually, we don't mean it.
No, because it was a health crisis.
We take it back. No, ما في take it back يا ولدي.
No, because they had a fight over, it's my freedom of choice to get vaccinated or not. You can't force me. And that became the problem. Became a problem, this is a pandemic, but it goes against our rights.
My freedom.
So how do we do this?
Nah, it goes against the team red versus team blue.
Well, exactly. That was
that
it.
we got.
No,
actually, no, both of them
played
were
into-
fighting.
It actually played into that.
No, both of them were fighting.
Because you ended up having people who were very pro vaccinations, and you ended up having people who were very anti, and you had those culture roles play out in that roles. For me, it's the fact that we approached it differently by actually treating it as the health crisis that it was. Because at the end of the day, when you come to a situation like this, opinion doesn't really matter. To me, at least.
We were
you go back
united.
to expert consensus. You go back to science. You go back to
Look, the
people
US
who know what the hell they're talking about.
The US is very loud. That's why we always hear their noise.
Correct.
Okay? But the reality of it is almost everybody that has good health care listens to the Ministry of Health. The U.S. when it comes to healthcare has been always a shit show.
but you also
From big pharma to whatever, and so on, right? So now you're telling me, oh, vaccines. This company is making the vaccines. This company came out of nowhere, and then you're looking at yourself. Oh, okay. Like, do I need to take this? You already don't have a good trust with their healthcare system. So of course I'm gonna push back on you because I already don't trust, and you're already very expensive for me. But everywhere else around the world, how many countries do you know that had as much problems as the U.S.?
No.
It
Exactly.
was the US,
Exactly.
the UK, but not nearly as much.
And then people were using the bullshit that was coming out of the US as an excuse for them not to go get vaccinated or do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Alhamdulillah, I'm just glad that we're out of it. I'm just glad that, we as a country made it through in a wise way, honestly, that the messaging helped everybody understand the gravity of the situation, the fact that people actually did act responsibly, and even the restrictions that were put in place, as difficult as they were, but they ended up leaving you to the point where we are right now.
Yeah, as Turk said from the beginning, a masterclass in management.
True.
Yeah, I think that
stand by
simplifies everything to
Yeah.
how we took care of COVID, to the point that we forgot about it for like 2 years now, like it never existed.
True.
But we do remember the prices because the prices have fucking changed because of COVID. That we cannot forget.
Yes, that is still a reality.
It still hurts.
Yes,
The
still there.
market.
Yes, the market using and abusing us. The fact that the market didn't care that we're paying 15% VAT and they're still smacking us with all these numbers, it's just ridiculous.
By the way, and keep in mind, the whole world had to deal with this crisis in a lot of different ways. Manufacturing got hit, cars,
Everything got hit, man. Everything got hit.
and it's just like people are now basically on the path of recovery.
It kind of showed you how really precarious supply chains are.
Capitalism doesn't plan. Who would have guessed?
All right, next.
Precarious?
Precarious. It's a word, yeah, Shams, that
Yeah.
is appropriate to use, and I said correctly. It
All right.
means something
It's
fragile.
On a-
called pronounced, not spelled or said, but
Yeah, I'm not good with words as much.
It means on a cliff's edge.
So, Turks, what's next?
on a cliff's edge.
Tekfa.
Turks Tekfa.
Tekfa, move.
That's the name of the episode.
no, it's not. It's not.
طيب. Next. Saudi Arabia aid to international community reaches how much? I need guesses.
I'm gonna say in the billions at this point.
Of course.
Definitely the bill.
But how much?
5?
50.
Wow, that's a big number. But it depends on how long.
We're
time
talking
span.
since
The beginning.
1996 until 2023.
How much what?
How much aid did we give to
Ten.
Cumulatively.
10 billion
international
No,
communities?
way more.
international.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Internationally,
50.
way more.
I'm gonna say 50.
You're going to say 50?
Yes.
You're going to say 10?
This is
And
Price
you-
is Right rules. The closer
Yes.
that goes.
Are we
over.
going real or dollars?
Dollars.
Dollars?
Yes.
Over 100 bill.
So close.
Huh?
96 billion.
There we go.
Whoa.
So-
96
By
billion. Saudi
prices-
Arabia
yeah,
has
bro.
provided over 96 billion to humanitarian aid to 167 countries around the world
Whoa.
from
Yes.
96 until today.
That's a huge number.
I know.
Yeah,
It is.
It's a ridiculous
that's
number,
a
bro.
huge number. I don't think anybody can beat us on that number, right?
Alhamdulillah, champions.
Yeah, like in terms of,
The champions.
and that's something. I don't
Dun, dun, dun,
and,
dun, dun.
and again, we go back. Is that something that people recognize?
Of course they will.
Yeah,
Look,
nobody
it
recognizes.
doesn't
if
matter.
you're not white, okay,
No.
it doesn't matter.
Even us. I mean, as our peoples, we need.
No,
to,
we do know that. You're grown up with that. You've been donating to Palestine. You've been donating to Lebanon. You've been donating to North Africa and all over Africa. You've been donating to all Muslim countries. We've known that since
True.
we were kids.
True.
You've always heard there's donations that are going somewhere, and you always donated to help other Muslim brothers and sisters. That always happened, and we also donated to countries that needed something. And at the same time, look at Turkey and Syria when they had the earthquake just recently.
True.
Look at what we're doing in the relief program for Yemen.
Yeah.
No, we've been spending, bro. We've always been spending. This is nothing new to us.
Yeah, and there is one key component here that isn't touched on a lot. When we are talking about country aid, it's usually from the government. In our case, it's from the government and
the
from the
people.
people.
Yeah. So
Like,
there's a large civil involvement, basically.
Look at the numbers from the recent Turkey earthquake. The what's the platform called?
I forgot what it's called. But I know what you mean.
Ihsan.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ihsan, there you
Like
go.
the numbers from Ihsan were like unbelievable. Like it's like that, and that's just pure citizens from the goodness of their
people
heart.
giving, basically. No,
And the government made it so easy as well. Like, خلاص, احنا we know you have that goodness in you. We will enable you to fulfill that goodness.
We'll create
Ihsan
these
was one of the best
platforms.
things that ever happened, to be honest. The
True.
fact that I could just put in a number and plug it through Apple Pay, I'm done. That's amazing, bro.
And being able to actually cater to so many different causes as well.
Yes.
You know?
And since we're on the topic of Tawakkalna,
Yeah.
there's a rant that I always want to have, but I can't have against Tawakkalna because they have my information. But what I would say is,
My
so
idea
there's-
was
do you guys ever pay attention to your Tawakkalna?
I haven't used it in a while.
Really?
Same here.
So there was badges on the top. Okay, I can't find my badges anymore. There was badges on the top that says how much you donated, and it
okay.
gives you a certain color
Interesting.
by number, right?
Okay.
Yeah, here it is. I found it. It's in Tawakkalna Khadimat, by the way.
Yeah.
So the gold medal is awarded for donors of all organs. Okay, this is the organ donation medals.
Mm.
Bronze medal is awarded to donors of one organ only. Silver medal is awarded to donors of 2 organs or more, and all organs is gold. Right, and there's another one, which is charitable donations. The bottom one is the 5th class medal, which is donating anything less than 1,000 riyal.
Okay.
Okay, and the platinum is awarded if total donations are more than 10 million riyal.
Okay.
I would like to say to Akana that I've been donating like crazy and I got no colors on my badges. Okay, this is gamification that I can work with.
Yes,
Right?
it's interesting gamification, you know?
I want platinum. Okay, give me my platinum.
Yeah.
Okay.
for people who are interested in completing levels,
Yeah, I've been annoyed by this for such a long time. But look, I got no colors,
That
y'all.
is- that is
Yo,
a
that's some
very
bullshit, bro. I got no colors.
maybe you need to update it.
I've been updating like crazy, man. I sent to the help desk, like, bro, I need my medals.
I need my medals. Where's my skins?
I need to be able.
You guys see when I play on PlayStation 5, I have to get all the trophies or I'm not going to be
key.
happy.
Key.
This is how we finish the game.
Yes. Look, yo, let me start
I
from
want to finish
zero.
Tawakkalna. That's what I want to do. Yeah, I know.
That's basically what you're
I
encouraging. here.
want to finish Ihsan.
I want to complete Ihsan. This is how you do
For
it.
real, man. I'll start from zero. I have no problem. I'll start from zero again.
As
But
long
give
as
me
I get
back
to
my
see
colors.
the 100%.
Yeah, that's it. I just want all my medals, bro.
I'm
I want to shove this medal into people's face. Like, yo, you got this? You got this?
You
This
have,
is-
you have
you
these
care
medals.
this much?
Yes.
Though that brings up the question.
About the medals? What are you talking about? What do you care about by now?
Don't ask me about my medals, yo.
That brings up a very question that I never thought about. Who stipulates that you will only take one organ from me when I die? Like, I thought like the standard was take everything. Like, I'm not.
No, I think you can specify that. Keep
What-
some
that doesn't
organs
make
and
sense
take
to me.
others. Like
How do you specify though?
That doesn't make sense to me. How does that work?
Bro, by the way, I just paid attention right now when you said it. I totally forgot.
no,
about
I
that.
recall that there's a menu.
Listen, third of the kidney, all right? That's it. That's all you get.
I
No,
recall-
like
The
I'm,
left one. Only-
I'm attached to my liver. I'm gonna take it with me. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, yo, my guy, go everything or take nothing.
Exactly.
That doesn't make
And
sense.
I think there's a menu where you actually say, I allow you to harvest, for
Yeah,
example,
yeah.
all my organs. And
I
then,
understand.
Okay,
I
some
und-
organs.
I
What he's
understand.
saying is, why are you picking?
Yeah,
You just say
literally, why?
all organs.
Fair point. Very fair point. I do agree with that. Might as well, if you're gonna go all the way.
My brain, no. A lot of dark thoughts. Nobody can see
There
this.
could be a really good reason, but we're just idiots.
We are. We
The
are.
podcast.
Yes, we
All
are.
right,
We
next one.
definitely are.
Let's go. Let's go.
You want to
Maybe- maybe
deep dive into the?
Actually, no, I have something.
Maybe you have a bad heart, right? And you're like, you just want to save them the trouble of actually doing the test to make sure if your heart is good to use or not.
How are they going to check you have a good heart when you're dead?
And
Oh, stop beating. It's good.
No, no. If maybe whatever. Go on.
Standard.
Anyways, you got the point, right?
I get the
you
point.
get the
I get
point.
the
Exactly.
point. Anyway, there was something crazy that happened a couple days ago. All right.
It's like checking tires.
Yo, stop.
Happy hour.
Stop. What's the name? There was a Turkish government website that got hacked.
Okay.
Okay.
Which
And this website is like, let's say, Tawakkalna.
Oh, people's information.
Yes, you have your bank details, your ID, your passport number,
Oh no.
Wait.
all your financials.
Oh, snap.
Snap.
Yeah. Guess how many accounts were hacked?
All of the accounts.
85 million. The country.
I was gonna go for 50.
The country.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Kullukum.
What's the population of Turkey? Hold up.
85 million.
5 million, I guess.
كلهم.
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
that is crazy.
طبعا no idea who they were hacked by.
That was the only thing that I read about it. No information is out yet. It could be by now, but I really haven't
The population is 84 million.
لقطوا اللي مو مسجلين.
Look, this is very Turkish.
84.78.
Yeah, it sounds like Turkey, by the way. Like even their voting system kind of feels weird to me. Okay, that makes sense.
في أرقام ما ندري. It doesn't make sense.
That was the extra million. 500 for you, 500 for you.
But that basically, damn, imagine being exposed like that. The
What
whole
do you even
country
do
is
with that
exposed.
information? Yani?
Whatever you want.
Let's see. Everything. I can go apply for loans in different countries.
Create.
Using passports and IDs and numbers and show fake financials that I
Exactly.
have.
Like a rent a car?
I can do so much.
I think small. I like to think small. I don't know about you guys.
Yes, all the information was hacked by a 14-year-old who's trying to go to prom.
Exactly.
One limo, please.
This was a Home Alone hack.
You can create new passports. You can buy a house in someone's name.
No, you
I can
do
subscribe
so
to
much.
all the magazines.
You can do so much damage, bro. You
Yeah.
can do
You
so
can.
much damage.
Exactly.
The question is, what Turkey is going to do? Are they going to change everybody's ID numbers?
How?
Well, they have now all the information is out there that can be used today, tomorrow, or next year.
اسمعوا بنلخبطكم.
Again, still. That
that's-
really hurts, bro.
It's
It does. No, I don't think of a solution out of this. بصراحة.
but I don't think it's the first time there was this data breach of this size. Not in terms of the country, but I recall the U.S. for example, there was a data breach that happened a couple of years ago where the entire U.S. government system was exposed. Like everybody, all government employees' informations. Again, it's not.
I don't think we ever got to the
Not 85
bank
million.
details and financials.
Maybe.
The last thing I think of is the great hack of PlayStation.
PlayStation, no, I was going to say.
That was
Yes.
a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but that's only Visa numbers.
Still.
Which is
Plus
bank
emails.
information. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, this is actually bank
Bro, this
details.
ties in-
It means if
No.
you have loans, it shows
Yeah.
everything, all the financial contracts is available.
فضيحة.
Yeah, it ties in all the information. That's the scary part.
That's crazy.
How can you get out of this?
You can't.
You don't.
No, you have to.
Give
Yeah,
give everybody new names. I don't think that's gonna work.
Mass
Yeah,
witness protection program. That's what you're
NBL,
talking
go
about.
away, NBL. You're sending me messages. I can't reply to you right now. I told you I'm recording.
Like-
You still send me
We're
messages.
talking.
Are his messages like loud on bass? برضو ولا
Yes.
this is just
Hey, bro.
all the letters are shaking? I love you, my guy. I'm sorry. I love you, my guy. I'm sorry.
When I play NBL voice notes, like the phone vibrates.
So just so y'all know, the hate is not just exclusive. It goes everywhere. Even this poor man who's just looking for advice probably at this
Anyway,
late night.
Y'all want to go to questions for you, Bounce?
Oh, we have questions.
Yes, we have questions.
Back by
I have some
popular
other
demand.
news, but I don't really care too much about
It's been
it.
a minute. Good. Let's get
the questions. So we don't because I was gonna forget the questions, by the way. And we got music by NBL that we need to get to also.
questions.
برضو
Questions.
صح.
Let's
Yes.
start with the questions.
Questions it is. All right. I want to say to Sauce of Mango, you sent me a 3-part question, and I gave shit to number 1 because I thought it was him. Because both of you have similar.
Don't you feel bad?
Facial structure.
Don't you feel
Yes.
bad, Dad?
Similar
now?
facial
No,
structure.
anyway.
Yeah. These are two individual humans. They have, lives and
don't care.
aspirations.
Don't care.
I don't care.
Okay.
So
How
y'all want to start basic, or you guys want to start deep?
personalized.
Since we're basic. Yeah.
Okay. How petty are you? That's first question.
I'm very petty, but I try to not show it. I try to be the bigger man, but in my heart, the pettiness lives on.
I'm not as petty as I wish to be, بصراحة.
Yeah, that's basically where I'm
Yeah.
at. I wish I could hold more of a grudge.
Yeah.
Which is,
No, I'm too nice to hold a grudge, right? Because I genuinely tend to like people. So
You
I
just
let
said
it
you're
go.
very petty.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't act on it. That's the difference.
No, you are a people pleaser.
Yeah. So, you are Mr. Petty Man.
Oh hell,
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
Yes.
he's the
No,
mascot.
You
for
are.
petty.
No,
I'm
no, no.
sorry. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
You
I
are.
disagree with
You
that.
are Petty Master.
No.
Homie.
No,
You
no,
are.
no,
You
no,
have
no, no.
a purple belt in
No,
pettiness.
no.
You have the platinum medal. ما عليك.
You know.
The platinum medal. No. I disagree. I'm only petty if it depends on the person. Some people I don't give a shit about.
Yes, I
But
know.
some people I
But
enjoy it.
No. But what I'm saying is, like, there's a certain level where you let things go. No, you find that level
No.
sometimes.
I'm sorry. It
Okay.
depends on the person and the topic.
Yes,
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is, if you have it in your mind, you can.
Oh
go,
yeah, oh fuck yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, all
you
out.
can go
All out.
beyond.
All out, bro.
Exactly.
Bro, there is no mark for not to cross for
When
me.
you know when you drill down into the earth and you find sand.
Yes.
Homie finds lava.
No,
this is
no,
how
no.
far he drills.
I get to China.
Exactly.
I get to.
Yeah, he
I'll
does-
give you fresh noodles,
Exactly.
bro.
he doesn't go left past Albuquerque. Turkey. He goes straight to China.
And this is from first-hand experience. We have seen this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We have experienced such
It
pettiness.
depends on the person and the topic. If it's worth it, I'm all out.
You know what it is, Adil? Magnificent to behold,
know,
honestly.
it is.
It really is.
Come on.
Though to be
it's
fair,
a work of fucking
It's a work of it's like the Mona Lisa of pettiness
Thank you.
exists.
Thank you.
You know,
You're admired by it. You're not saying, yo, this is petty.
Bro,
You're saying, yo, this is fucking nice.
I am awed. You know, that is the feeling that I get sometimes when I see this massive construction of pettiness.
All right. This is the joking part. We're not making that's not real.
Oh no, we're
Next
real.
one.
No.
There is
though to be fair,
an edifice of pettiness that
to
y'all
be,
don't even know
to
about.
be fair, from my brief experience compared to y'all with Adil, he only shows the pettiness when A, it's really, really funny,
Yes.
or if B, people deserve it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's it.
Which is
sometimes
usually either or.
yeah,
yes.
but sometimes the pettiness chooses you. You know, you don't have a choice. You have to be petty.
No, not really. I choose.
Mm.
Like alhamdulillah, I think I have such a control on myself that I know if I want to do something or not, and I can actually make that decision and act upon it. If I want to, yes. If I don't, I don't. And when I say I don't want to, then I would definitely ignore and not care.
Yeah.
So I think I have that in myself. But when I do,
Yeah, there we go. Exactly.
when I do, it's fun.
There we
It's
go.
fucking fun.
There we
I enjoy it. I'm sorry, I enjoy it. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Next question. Conspiracy theories that you believe.
Ugh. You know, I think Atlantis did exist.
We talked about this before,
Somebody
didn't
fucked
we?
it
I
up.
have no idea.
Yeah, we did definitely.
Atlantis does not exist.
Do you not remember this about Dul?
I remember the Atlantis part,
Yeah.
but I remember us covering this question.
My favorite,
So it's conspiracy theories that you believe in.
I have one.
So you believe in Atlantis?
I believe in Atlantis.
Okay,
I have
you?
one conspiracy. It's very outlandish,
What?
but I believe it. I believe that people care about me. That's my conspiracy theory.
Okay, no. See, that would require people to talk about you, which hence the conspiracy.
The only person that cares about you is just driver. That's it, because he wants to go home.
And that's not even.
That's it. That's he calls.
True, his fate is tied with me.
Exactly.
And that's not even a
He's
conspiracy.
the one who
Our
cares.
destiny is intertwined.
The conspiracy is keeping you alive. It's like you keep paying him, basically.
Turks.
I believe that some conspiracy theories exist, but I don't have the mental capacity to follow any of them. Salaha.
I'll tell you my favorite one that I don't believe in. I'm with him, by the way. There's a lot of them that I have no fucking space
No,
in my
but
life.
yes, yeah.
Good conspiracies you
Yes.
don't.
But
hear
they
about.
exist. Some of them are true.
I remember the wave that we had of the Illuminatis.
Okay.
Okay, that was a wave, bro. That was everybody passing videos and telling me, "Oh, look at this! Someone controlling the
Bro,
world."
there was a show.
Yo.
There we go. The Arrivals. There was a
Yes.
show.
No, way before the show.
The checkerboard floors,
You know,
13 columns. Madonna.
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 Yes.
Okay.
So one of our
The
boys,
Weeknd.
one of our boys was so deep into it. Okay, though I can't say his name, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I kept asking him the question. I was like, so if the world is controlled, do you think that Saudi is controlled? And he was like, no. I was like, so how is the world controlled, but Saudi is not controlled? You're saying it's a world order. They control the world and how it moves.
بس هو برا.
he was like, لا لا هذول مسلمين هذول ما دخل.
Exactly. They're not part of the world, you know. They exist in their own alternate dimension.
We exist in coco Muslim land.
Yeah, basically.
Oh my god, man. That was a fun conspiracy theory.
That was fun.
No, but see, شوف,
That's
I feel
Bro,
that-
Jay-Z has no business in this. Turned him into a fucking Illuminati, bro.
because how can you be a rich man? How can you be this rich? You came up from nothing.
Oh. Okay, next one.
Go.
Who would survive as a politician out of all of you?
Number one, obviously.
No, I can tell you. I'm
Yo,
sorry.
If it's the British system,
If it was on two, look, if me and Shamsi were on two different parties, we will make it to the end. But
But
I will win
sure.
because
because
because I will annoy the living shit out of him.
because
okay?
I have more
Do you
willpower.
remember Donald Trump when he was walking behind Hillary? Okay, that's light work for me. Okay, I would actually give him a massage
but
while he's talking.
Keep in mind, I don't tend to lose my shit, right?
You don't. Okay, but
I don't
again,
tend to.
yeah,
yes,
but when I'm
no,
sitting
but
there
you
saying,
do
"Yo,"
put yourself in situations where you will fall.
Yeah.
because look,
Yeah.
Shamsi, you're gonna be so straight on point, and then you're gonna see one funny joke, and then you're gonna just shift the whole thing to the joke.
Ooh, I'll try to be exactly. You know, I'll try to lighten the moment.
Yes.
And Cliff, hello.
No, I'll tell you.
To be fair, you do avoid questions like a politician. Yeah, well done. Well done.
Hello.
Basically, that's what it is. You know, I know. That's the problem with politicians.
Yes.
It's not a problem.
I think Shamsi can make a great politician.
It's a bug.
But I still think that I can beat Shamsi in politics.
You know his
Because-
buttons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I know him.
He had
Yes.
you know the buttons.
Yes.
For everybody else, they're gonna have to try to figure out how can we annoy this guy.
Yes.
You know.
Exactly. The second I walk in, Shamsi in 7th grade. Actually, no, they're gonna love him. Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Oh, you leftist.
Secret shall live on.
Astaghfirullah. Anyway.
But I do think number one, make a pretty good politician, to be honest.
Yes, but
He has that
Yeah.
power of امشي جنب الجدار and self-preserve.
He's Bernie
and they
Sanders.
never win.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
They never win.
But he's
Yeah.
the guy who's in Congress for 46 years, right?
Yeah, again, in Congress.
Yes,
Okay.
He might say we say he's just there. You know, he's just there.
I believe I will provide the intellectual baseline for people after me and generations coming forward.
No, you're just gonna be there.
I will be the intellectual father of
Number
movements.
one could be a Supreme Court.
You know Cicero. Okay, chill.
he could be a Supreme Court. مجلس الشورى حقنا.
Sure.
Okay.
He can do that.
اي مجلس الشورى ينفع
Yes.
يشور.
Sure.
I can't be put in a room against other ministers and I have to compete. You can't do that with me.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to go
Neither-
all out.
Because
For-
because you need
for
to
other
understand
reasons,
that
like-
there is cooperation
No,
here.
I would make sure by the time I am out of there, there's only one ministry, it's me.
Yeah. Okay. أنا
Yes.
باقي ما في بس أنا.
But,
I have been told.
Ministry of Health now is a Department of Health. Okay.
ما عليك هو الهيلث والاي تي ترى كلهم يعني يخدمون بعض هم.
Yes, I have been told إني أعرف أسايس.
See, there we go. That's a good politician skill set to have.
True.
You know, I can pander to crowds. Don't worry. حط لي قدام crowd. Watch me work.
Yes, the term is you catch more flies with honey than vinegar.
Watch me work.
Watch me work. بعدون.
Is it vinegar?
Whatever.
Shit.
عسل كله عسل
كله عسل.
كله
Yeah.
عسل.
Interesting. Next question.
Next question.
Okay, vamp a bit more.
Let's ponder a little bit more on this.
When was the last time you paid for something in cash?
I don't remember.
حلاق.
remember.
Halag, you still pay cash at the barber?
من يومين. Yeah.
Yo.
I never pay cash
Yo.
to the barber
لا,
because
sometimes لا.
because they
Sometimes you have to have cash with you.
no
So,
no
okay.
no you do not understand
I'm with you on
the reason you do not pay cash in the barber land because they can't have that markup and بحط it's actually 50 بس بقول 75
You don't
بحط 15.
understand. You don't understand the relationship with الحلاق. Okay, you always overpay for الحلاق, but to
but
keep that.
if I pay with-
Nah, I'm good, bro.
ما عليك.
I make an appointment,
إذا حسابي-
I pull up, and
أيوة.
I pay as I bounce.
إيه لا ما عليك.
That's it, we're done.
إذا قال لي 45 بعطيك 50. خذ 50. استاهل 50.
let's call it tip
Okay, do you know what's the problem with that?
Yeah.
Okay, the problem with that is that you come back and you get the same shitty haircut. There's nothing special that he's gonna change for you for
Well,
over
that's
10 years.
exactly the point. I don't
just
want
want
it
somebody
to
to talk
change.
to.
You know? No. I don't even want that. I just want consistency. You know exactly. I don't even want to speak to you. I'm just gonna nod when I walk in, okay, and you know exactly what to do.
Question.
Well, yeah, okay, your elbow must be happy. So that's all I'm saying. that was the only
I thought of going there but I decided against it
Exactly. That's all I need.
General question.
Just an acknowledgement. Acknowledge me.
Since you brought up tips, do you guys tip in general?
I just gave you an example where I do.
If you go to a
That's a
restaurant.
different type of tip.
If you go to a restaurant,
Anyway,
there's a 15% service charge.
I do sometimes. لا, لا,
restaurants all the time.
yeah restaurants yes
sir,
because
automatic.
specifically when I'm traveling abroad like those
When you're traveling abroad.
Here.
Yes. No, I'm
Those-
talking about here.
No, here.
We tip abroad.
we're talking about here.
Because that's the system over there.
yes
No, even here. I do
Even
say that.
Here I
if I'm
do.
given the option I
I
will.
rarely find people who tip.
I do if the service is
I
rarely tip
exceptional.
too.
صراحة. If the service is exceptional, I tip.
If it's exceptional, yes.
Yes. If you are actually standing out with your service, then I will tip. I will make a point of it, actually.
That's
if
not
your
part of our culture,
If your
for
service
some
is
reason,
good,
I don't know, it's weird.
I'll be more than happy to tip. If you go out and beyond, then yes, but that's
but
very rare.
Yeah, it's very rare.
Yeah, it's very
Exactly.
rare.
But it happens sometimes.
The difference with the culture is that here, when you work a service job, you usually have a livable wage.
There we go. That's
Yes.
we have
Yeah,
aspirations now.
but
you know.
barra they don't have a livable wage. They live on the tips.
Exactly.
Create a tipping culture in Saudi.
You don't need
I
one.
think
I
that's
don't
Did you
think
hear what he just said to you? He just explained the reason why we don't have
but
that.
there's a difference. You can reframe that in different ways.
No.
What?
Their salary gives them a living wage. Barra they don't. That's why tips are so essential. outside.
$200 can get you an apartment for a week.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
I'm talking
here
about,
it doesn't.
no, I'm talking about creating a culture of tipping just to showcase appreciation for service workers. Is that something that we can do?
Okay, how many restaurants do you go to when you give them a tip? This tip goes to the employees. Huh? Answer that question.
That's true.
How many?
I can tell you, I have friends who owns restaurants.
How many? Honestly,
Zero.
how? Oof, they just take
I'm
the
paying
extra,
you.
They just take the extra
I'm
money.
paying you a full salary, whether you work for an hour, 2 hours, 8 hours.
أيوة، ده دقيقة.
And
بس
that
هنا-
salary gets you a living wage.
بس هنا
Exactly.
بس هنا في لخبطة في
But
في
also keep
الregister,
in
no?
mind, if they're non-Saudi, it means I'm paying a salary. I also give you a place to live and transportation.
That's not my question. The question is, you
That's-
punch in a bill,
This month.
okay? لا, I
You don't
understand
punch
what
in
you're
a
saying.
bill, but go on.
But see, when you punch in the bill, okay, this bill is 400 riyal. This guy paid 450. I'm not going to put 450 in the till, right? That's going to imbalance my accounts.
It's digital.
What are you talking about?
You know, let them cook. Let them cook.
No,
Let's
no,
see
but
where
you
this
get what I'm
goes.
saying?
I don't get what you're saying.
When you take a receipt out as a restaurant, you went to the restaurant, you're paying for the bill. You ask for the bill. The bill is 400. You pay the man 450.
Okay.
Okay, within the restaurant accounting system, the bill is 400. So the extra 50, if it goes into the till, that messes up the accounting, does it not?
There are things in accounting that account for that.
Yes.
That's called the surplus. Yeah, Shamsi.
Exactly.
Okay,
You always have an over/under.
okay. See, I'm not an accounting. Right?
Yes.
So I'm not
It shows.
The rule in accounting, the right side has to be equal to the left side.
Yeah,
so
that's-
they will,
that's exactly
they'll
what I'm
figure
saying.
something out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Yani. But
But
again,
listen-
I do feel like yani, it's something that we could institute not for that sake of the living wage, as much as it's a culture thing. It's a thing to showcase appreciation for a job well
I'm
done.
sorry. We are known to be a tipping nation. All right.
generous
Go ask Lebanon back in the 90s and early 2000s.
Abroad.
Abroad.
Yes. Again,
Abroad we are.
No,
we make it
because-
rain.
Yes, abroad where they need it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Here they don't need it because we already give them a living wage. So if it's that's the cherry on top.
True.
There
Over
it's-
there, I'm
it's
paying
water.
you a money. You're getting your own apartment. You're getting your own transportation. You're paying your own bills. You're doing everything on your own. So yes, tipping is going to be very important for you. Giving a good service is going to be very important for you. But here, it's not the same language.
It's actually interesting.
Yeah, and-
why some cultures have to be
and
others
realistically,
don't,
realistically,
And I'm
the
just trying to
ser-
figure out.
how much of the service here on a general scale is it good or is it just passable?
Depends on where you go, honestly. Like I've
Most
found
of-
places that have really good service,
As-
and others
as-
that have really terrible.
As a fine dining haver, most of the time the service is passable at the best.
True. But you do find experiences where you go like, okay,
yeah,
Sometimes.
this waiting
Sometimes.
staff went
But
above
that's
and beyond.
dependent on not on the restaurant. That's depending on the staff for and
Exactly.
Me and 3 guys went to a place, right? We
That's
had
a great
shisha.
joke.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right.
Can't wait.
We had shisha, we had food, and the bill came out to be like almost 3K, right?
Okay.
So I was carrying the
the
bill either way, right?
Okay.
Okay.
So I was like, I got it. So I paid, and that's it. Now I'm asking myself the question based on what you said. Should I have tipped? Right?
If you're paying 3K,
I'm paying 3K
yeah. What
in Saudi. I'm not tipping you nothing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And tips are usually
where did you go where you had to
Exactly.
pay 3K for food and shit? No,
ما
never mind.
عليك بياك كانوا جوعانين.
Never mind.
4P. Now you picked it up.
I think I know.
Yeah, add
Yeah.
the numbers in your head. You'll
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, it's and usually tips are percentage based, and percentage of 3K adds up a lot quickly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but see, you don't usually get bills that large, do you?
Excuse me?
You. I'm saying you.
I do
Okay.
when I
talking
tip. Like when
I
go
don't.
to-
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
Chelsea.
So
We
it's a
go
guy
to
got
good
on the same
places
level.
for food.
Hi. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you don't.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
No.
you order jahiz or food.
Yes.
Lahm.
Yes.
Okay.
Fine now.
put in my mouth.
Yes.
Allah.
That's what he types into Bajahaz. Put into
Put
my
in my
mouth.
mouth.
Next question.
Please, for God's sake.
And notes for the driver.
What significant historical moment would you time travel to? شمس اشتغل.
فتح الأندلس.
انت فتح الأندلس.
يا حبيبي.
He's gonna perch up on top of a mountain with binoculars, just watching.
والله يا حبيبي.
كيسك فتح الأندلس.
I will be there, homie. I will conquer those Visigoths.
There you go. Okay, so
Yeah.
Shamsi, you can barely walk in a straight line. You're gonna carry a weapon and armor
ما
and on
عليك.
top of a horse.
أنا بوصلهم بالبوت.
Okay.
You know.
No, you're gonna be there for different reasons. Okay,
Yeah.
you're there to look after the family business. Okay, that's why you're gonna be there.
ما عليك ما عليك. الأندلس, there's diversity there, my guy.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, you're bringing the diversity in.
ما
This
عليك.
is where it starts. He starts just shuffling his hands.
Shamsi, you go there. There will be a different timeline split. When you come back to the modern day, we will be speaking Spanish in Riyadh.
What's
because
that?
you failed so hard at conquering Andalus.
Okay. Wait, what's that language? That,
Hola! Carvajal!
Pass the papaya.
Biji Nussel, by the way.
Aquí.
What's that language? Esposito? There's a language.
That's a song.
Despacito is a song.
You know what I'm talking about?
Esperanto, yes.
Esperanto.
What's Esperanto?
Esperanto. That's a new language
I
they
hate
created
us.
to be
I hate
global.
us, bro.
What's yours?
What?
Malik, that's not the point. What's yours?
What's my what?
Your historical moment.
Oh, to travel to?
Yeah. Fucking assholes.
Okay, asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely go back to Days of the Prophet.
Okay.
Getting a chance to see the Prophet? Are you
That's dope.
crazy?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
dope.
Like I dream of that day. Now you tell me I get to go have the chance to go back and see him, bro. What are you talking about? I want to be one of those first ones from Islam, bro. What are you talking about?
Okay.
And then you come back here, obviously you see my name, the books. Like,
عادل. Wait a
خامدي
minute.
من ذاك الوقت.
والله ما شاء الله يا غمد يعني long lasting.
bro, what are you talking about? So we are long lasting. Prophet talked about us. What are you talking about?
my moment would be I want to watch WrestleMania 17 in person.
All right, you know what?
Okay, go on.
God.
It was the best one.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
it?
It was.
What was the main event?
Stone Cold and The Rock. It was best.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah,
actually.
it was-
Which year was this?
2000 or something.
Oh wow.
Limp
Why,
Bizkit-
why does he have this thing memorized? Why?
You can YouTube it.
Why? He can't.
I want to be there.
He wants to be there.
I want to be there.
He
He
wants,
wants to smell the sweat of the wrestlers.
he wants to smell what the Rock was cooking.
I want to be
That's
there.
exactly what he wants, bro.
It has a special meaning for me. I want to be there.
Shut up. All right, don't say a single word from now on. And I'm calling your brothers. All right, I'm gonna tell them about this.
Okay.
wanna
The man
be
has
there.
dreams, about dude. Let him dream. Let him
Limp
dream.
Bizkit was playing in their events.
Wow.
Exactly.
Actually, I remember the whole thing.
Yes.
I saw it. But anyway,
That was when
That's a historical
Undertaker
moment.
had the
That's not a
motorcycle.
historical-
You missed
Yes.
out on it, but dude. Okay.
Turks.
Splitting the Red Sea.
oh, that'd be
That is
awesome.
something I would love
Oh,
to
that would be
do.
awesome.
صراحة.
I would have,
That is awesome.
Yeah.
knowing you, I would have thought you'd say the invention of the sandwich.
Oh yeah.
Or the oven.
Sliced bread. The
Yes.
first guy who ever sliced bread.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll be just like he would be holding the loaf and the knife, and I'll be just right there, right there, looking at it like,
There's
go
a
on,
back
go on,
window.
you got it, you got it.
You're
almost there.
You're almost there. Just
There's
there.
a back window and Turkish just hanging through and looking.
With one jar of jelly and
doing
one
it.
jar of peanut butter. Just watch.
He'd be there like, yo, hear me out.
Wow.
Think about it.
We went from splitting the sea to sandwiches.
No, but imagine what a moment, bro. Imagine that first guy that actually, had a loaf of bread and found a knife. And then he figured out he could do it again.
I want to shoot that.
Actually-
skit. I would love to shoot that skit.
Actually, you know what? I'll get you one. I'll get you one forever. The first guy who discovered that cow milk was okay to eat. That guy was weird.
I would judge. I would just sit there and judge بصراحة.
Like, yo,
It would be fun.
You were right, but like, yo, you were
I
creepy.
thought of that
Yeah.
guy a lot. Tara. I think of that guy a lot.
You think about a lot of guys in Chelsea.
No, this one.
That's what keeps you up at night.
Yeah,
Milk.
the milkman.
The milkman.
I call him the milkman. The man who figured out milk.
Okay, I'm gonna add these two questions together. All right.
We have more.
Well, one of them is how did you guys meet? And plus, will listener number one ever reveal himself? Well, he doesn't exist.
I don't exist.
And also, we talked about how we met. We're just boys
Yeah.
before the podcast.
Through a series of unfortunate
Let's not do
events.
this again, please.
That's how we met.
Imagine just how any group of friends, guys, meet.
Yes.
Imagine the start of a calamity.
Chlamydia. And so what?
Yep.
Next
Not the one I'm talking about.
Next one is what are the inspirations for you guys to keep doing this podcast?
Spite.
None.
Okay.
Hate.
Spite.
Boredom.
Boredom.
Yeah.
Okay. The desire to prove myself wrong.
Okay. First off, let's be honest.
to
okay?
crush the loneliness inside me.
We did not expect any of this. Like we thought this is going to be like a podcast of three people, which is our families. Let's listen to it. When I say three, there are only three of this family. So basically, not three of each.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in our families. We don't have those.
بس ثلاثة نفر.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we just thought it was gonna be a small amount of people. We're gonna be talking to people who share, things the way that we do and joke and shit. But I don't know where the hell did it get out of control.
Bro,
It
I
just
don't
got
know.
out of control.
People apparently are interested.
People like hate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
People are bored.
No, it's not that. Look, here's the thing. It didn't affect us. It didn't change us. It didn't do anything. Like when we see our numbers, especially our audio numbers, whenever we see it, it doesn't really, like if it said 20 million, it doesn't mean anything to us. Other people look at it and say, "Oh, I can capitalize on this. Oh, let me put sponsors and ads." We don't do any of that shit because we came in the same way that we've been here. Like, if you want to be here, be here. If you don't want to, just peace out.
Exactly.
Like,
We're in it
it's all
for
good.
the bullshit
We like to remain our cantankerous selves.
and use big words.
We act like we're dumb,
Yeah.
but we choose to because it's fucking hilarious sometimes.
And,
we're smart.
the ha-has.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next one.
Yeah.
Please.
In a murder case. Okay.
It's me.
Okay, I guess we're done.
It's me too. We both kill Shamsi
Listen.
to end our suffering
Listen.
collectively.
In a murder case, which of you would be the murderer, the victim, and the detective?
I will murder Shamsi. You are the detective. خلاص انتهينا.
Okay, we're
That's
done.
it.
And I
That's
catch you. Like,
That's
okay.
it.
No.
شوف listen. أول شيء شامسي يرتاح من نفسه.
Shamsi is automatically a victim.
Yes.
We can go with that.
Why?
والعالم
Why do you
يرتاح
want to
منه.
kill me, yo? What
العالم يرتاح
None of
منه
us care.
Okay.
وإحنا نرتاح منه.
That's a win-win for me right
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
win-win.
You know what
We'll
scares
kill
me
you
about
for the greater good.
you know what scares me when he says these things?
The conviction.
Exactly. It feels like he actually means them.
Shamsi,
I think
when
about
you
it a
have
lot.
kids, we're all going to be crying. Okay.
Because there's more of me.
Yes. Like, it's spreading.
No, but that's a good thing.
I will
you know?
cry because they will be
The
suffering.
neutrinos, they're multiplying.
There's more joy in the world.
Oh, no.
You get to have more me.
I'm like, oh no, they have to teach themselves.
Fine. You know what? Since you don't want to be a victim, how about we take a vote on
I'm
it?
just asking.
No, how about we just take a vote on it?
Okay.
All right. Victim.
Shamsi.
Shamsi.
Yes.
Okay.
Are we done?
No, I don't.
No, we're done.
That's
I'm
not-
sorry. It's
that's
three
not-
Mark is the
one.
victim. Adil is the murderer.
Probably.
That's facts.
And I'd love to say I'm the detective,
Both of you can be detectives.
but we're not catching.
And you're not going to solve it.
Bro, these guys, that's what I'm saying.
See what I mean?
Both of these guys are
Also,
idiots.
X-File.
Exactly.
They can't detect shit.
This is how I win. Okay?
Auto cold case.
Okay.
Turks, I will be your Watson.
I don't
Habibi,
trust
wallah.
any of
I will
these
not be
guys
Sherlock
to detect
whatsoever.
anything.
Champs,
Okay?
you know they're going to turn on each other. Turks is going to be too busy to get out.
Well, I'll be in the freezer. I'll be in the freezer. I don't want to be in the freezer, bro.
Number one can't drive. Okay? They're not going anywhere with this case.
I'll be Moriarty.
Okay, there we go.
Moriarty a good thing?
No, it's not.
Technically,
Yeah.
Technically.
Technically,
he doesn't die, huh?
Actually, he does.
He does.
Eventually.
Yes.
He falls off
Yes.
a waterfall.
Remember that long ass Sherlock Holmes episode
بس
of
بعدين
him dodging and diving the whole
بس
time?
طلع 2 more seasons after that.
Yeah, and he caught
Also,
him.
you're not Moriarty.
You're not that slick, yeah, Shamsi.
You're not that guy.
No, but I just want to fuck with
course,
y'all.
definitely.
And that's what Moriarty does. He just wants to fuck with people. Right?
But you need to
Yes,
have.
he's a Joker.
Yeah.
I can play that more than you can play that.
No, but Inta, bro, you have, things to do and places to go.
I ain't got shit. I ain't got shit.
Exactly. I was just bored, bro.
You're a busy man.
Exactly.
أنا فاضي.
I know. I was just going to do it for the shits and giggles, my guy.
Yeah, you're
Have you
too
not-
busy to murder.
Have you
What
not
I'm talking
seen me play Guitar Hero? Like, do you not remember that part?
Okay. Oh my
know?
God. Yeah, I just remember
Wait,
that.
he had the Guitar Hero phase.
Oh,
all
dude.
of them.
Bro,
He
no,
used
no,
to-
no.
Question.
He used to carry the old school guitar with the cable way after the wireless one.
You know why?
Question. Did he ever say the word? You know what? I could probably play guitar if I put my
Yes,
mind
he
to it."
did.
Yeah.
Yes,
Of
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Of course
he
he
did.
did. It's
That's-
Shamsi.
You know what's the point of the story, number one?
What is the point?
When I'm dedicated to something, I'm dedicated to something. So
No matter
don't
how useless it is.
Yeah.
Yo, relax.
What are you talking about?
Relax.
The problem is actually getting me dedicated to something.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
True.
You know?
All right. This question has been asked by 2 different people, and I'm gonna.
Fascinating.
Oh,
Okay.
Weird response, but
First
okay.
question.
yeah. It's cute.
Pass the Kabsa biopic. Okay.
Mm.
Who is playing each of you? Let me finish. Let me finish. The other question was, I really want to know, who do you want to play you guys in a movie? Only foreign actors.
I got dibs on Ice-T.
I am
yeah, relax.
Ice-T.
I am going to be done by Denzel.
Okay. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yes, yes, sure. No, the fuck you won't.
Denzel vibes.
No, the fuck you won't.
All daily.
No, the fuck
Yeah.
you won't.
I'm
Okay.
just saying.
No, you won't.
What's the guy who played a hillbilly? What that thing? What's that
No,
thing?
no, I'm telling you.
Ernest.
No, no,
Ernest. Yes.
Peter Griffith. Okay.
Peter Griffin.
He
All
doesn't
right.
exist.
Pee Wee Herman.
True, يجي.
Uh,
يجي.
It works for him.
100%.
Works for him.
100% Pee Wee
Yeah,
Herman.
it works for him.
100% Pee Wee
No.
Herman. Okay.
You give off the pervs. Yeah, that's what you do.
That's a deep cut. but,
I'm just saying.
that's a deep cut.
يا ابو الالوان.
That's a
Sorry.
deep cut.
انت Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay,
You
because
know.
I'm bald. Wow, Shamsi, very
Very
creative of you.
creative.
I mean,
Shamsi.
Okay,
It's not The
let's
Rock.
skip. Okay, Samuel Jackson, bro. Samuel Jackson
You're too white, bro.
automatically.
You're too white.
Who gives a shit? I'm white.
Bro, look at the skin tone.
You just said Denzel Washington, you idiot.
Bro, I am.
What the fuck are you talking
I am
about?
brownish. Denzel is
Yo, man, this
Though-
guy.
closer to
No,
skin
first
tone
off,
to me.
first off, no, you're not. But you're dirty. Okay, there's a
No.
difference
Yeah.
here.
No, you're ashy.
No, it's,
Yo, he's super.
I
ashy.
am brown.
No, you're not brown.
Technically brown.
First off, you're hairy. Okay, that's what you are.
It's very brown.
You're a dark-skinned white boy.
It's one of the brownest things that you can do, bro.
Shamsi,
Okay.
relax.
Have you ever seen a hairless Indian? They don't exist.
Where are we going? Where are we going with this?
Anyway, this is where you stop talking.
Yes.
Okay, Turks.
The hair comes with the
Iced tea.
brown.
What are you talking about?
You're not gonna be iced.
I'm gonna be iced tea.
No, you're.
Dun dun.
No.
Dun, dun.
Whenever I show up on screen. Dun dun.
But you don't have a mohawk.
It seems like he's dead.
Wait.
you just walk away.
Exactly. Yes. Does Ice T have a mohawk?
Wait,
What are you talking about?
He strikes me.
Who's the guy with the mohawk?
Who's the guy with the,
The guy
mohawk?
Who is the guy with the
The
mohawk?
guy with the gold chains. Oh, that's Mr. T.
Mr.
Mr.
T.
T.
Okay. Bro, you could have done so much better.
Then Ice T?
Mr. T, bro, what are you talking about? Homie's got chains.
You strike me as.
Alright.
Because that's what I look for in an actor.
Bro, he
yes.
walks around with 4 kilograms of gold.
Turks would be played by Larry David.
Yo.
Yeah, that's
you know
close.
what? He wouldn't have to work so hard.
Yeah, it's true.
Abadan.
Bro,
Yeah,
crazy.
that's how you feel.
He's basically you. Yeah.
Yes.
Bro,
Nicolas Cage for me.
no. Ooh. I would actually want Nicolas Cage for you.
Yeah,
I would pick Nicolas
Yeah.
Cage.
Yeah, I've seen you do the Nicolas Cage crazy eyes. They apply. Yeah.
Snake eyes.
I'll
Snake
go
eyes.
with Nicolas Cage on that one.
Yeah. But Turks, bro, it's Kramer. What's the Michael Scott?
It's
Michael-
the hair.
yeah. It's the
Stop
hair.
going for hair.
He just
He's
I know.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm Kramer.
Yeah.
look. Shamsi can't
Denzel.
imagine.
You're Denzel.
Denzel.
You're Denzel. Just affirming what Denzel. me Denzel. Denzel me. Okay.
حدك Peter Griffin. Okay, أنا حدك.
Bro, too
And I'm
white,
being too kind.
too white, too fat.
I would,
ما عليك makeup.
Malik.
if I had to
Give me
choose,
some more
Who's the
realistic.
guy, who's the guy in the
hold on.
Matrix?
I
that-
give you a
Hold
realistic
on.
one, bro.
If Kuwaitis can do it, Peter
Oh,
Griffin can.
yo.
Okay.
Let's not open that can of worms. Okay. No, give me a realistic one, like for real.
Who's the guy that betrayed everyone in the Matrix?
Stop.
Skinny looking guy.
Hold on.
Very evil face.
I have no idea.
Okay, never
he's
mind.
he's not important enough to
Though-
actually have a name.
honestly,
Exactly. That's the guy.
you walked into that one. You walked into that one.
No, but they asked specifically about me.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, who would you be, Shamsi? That's the question.
Look, I tell you, anyone on standby, that's what's gonna
Yo.
play you, bro.
You're gonna be an
Just
extra,
anyone.
Malik.
They're gonna be extra in your story.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. If we
What
find
is
him,
Bigfoot- what does
if we
Bigfoot
find him,
look
he's
like,
got the rope.
What is Bigfoot? Get him a mirror, bro. Give him a mirror. See what it looks like.
My feet are not that big.
Oh, trust me, it's not all about your feet. You're stupid.
I'm just saying.
Yo.
This guy's dumb. He's gonna kill you.
Are we moving on now?
Again,
Yes.
Dawn. This is the reason.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you, it's past 2 a.m.
Yalla.
All right?
I
Yalla,
see.
yalla.
A
I'm just telling
stick
you.
can play you in a movie, my guy. Go on.
A what?
Campbell. Never mind.
stick?
Yes.
ذكرتني تصدق
We're gonna CGI your ass.
The plank from Ed and Eddie
That's what-
is gonna play you.
when I was younger, when I was younger, okay. Guy from
I'm changing your contact photo. Just letting you know.
Yo, you want to hear the story or not?
Oh, please. Please.
Like when I was younger, okay, there was a play, right?
Yeah.
In school. They made people dress up as things, right?
There's
were
so
the
much
tree?
setup. Go on. Yeah. You were the tree.
They wanted somebody to be the
Were you
tree.
the tree or the wind?
So they came to me like, "Can you be the tree?" And I was so offended. I'm like, "Fuck no, I'm not gonna be the tree." What are you
Like,
talking about?
listen, we don't have as much paint as we want, and you already blended in.
no,
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, good question.
They're like, "We need someone tall."
Well, yeah, were you the I was gonna
Yeah.
ask, were you the tallest
I
one
was
in
the
class?
tall guy, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Bro, I was like,
I
no.
thought because he just wanted you to shut the fuck up. That's all I like. I was happy with that.
I was just thinking.
Which one looks more like you, my guy? Come on. Just
stick.
think about it.
It's a stick.
Think about it.
Actually, you know what? I look like the
Send it to me. Dave.
That's one of them.
Yeah, that's
one of them right
us.
there.
Wow.
the guy has a big head, so
Yeah.
Champs,
Checks out.
if you didn't say Denzel Washington, we would have never been here by now.
No,
but thanks to you
Hey,
for
what?
trying to take a very stupid road.
If that tells you something, it tells you what?
the butterfly
Dumbass.
effect is real.
True content creator right here,
True
homie.
content. Like I content create myself.
Exactly. See number one?
Thank you,
See
Turks.
how the joke
Cheers.
works? This is how the joke works.
Thank you, Turks. I appreciate you. Oh, Champs, you're gonna hate us, bro.
Man.
I can finally change your picture of a gangster duck.
I heard. No.
Like it's called Johnny 2.4. 2.4.
اصبر جاكسو دك قويه الصراحه يعني.
That was, but not anymore. You're Johnny 2x4.
طب ارسل لي اياها ارسل لي جاكسو دك عشان ما تضيع.
طيب, I think it's in the group already.
ما عليك ارسل لي اياها مره ثانيه.
No, I'm not gonna do that. You go find it.
زبده متى بنروح ترى خلاص ورانا دوامات.
Okay, next one.
والله ورانا صحيه ترى.
By the way, you woke up at 9 p.m. Let's go.
Actually true.
Yes. Hey, this one for you, Champsy. A must read on your shelves.
Must read on my shelves. I have a book called Man's Search for Meaning.
We haven't read it, I assume,
Okay.
because you're here.
Yeah. Exactly. I haven't found meaning yet.
That makes sense when you ask the question
Yeah.
about being part of a cause and yada
Cult.
yada.
Cult.
I'm sorry. And long-lasting impact on the world.
Yeah, but that's one of the books that's been recommended multiple times to me by multiple people. So
Yeah, get the hint.
yeah, so I think
Get the hint.
I think I want to read that. What else?
Yeah,
I must read. Honestly, I don't think it depends on your interests. You know, different people have different interests. So whatever you're interested in is something that I would recommend you something there. There are classics, obviously, but and I would say, for example, The Prince is a must read. But then again, not everybody's interested in politics and manipulating people. So that wouldn't apply.
To me, two books come to mind that I genuinely feel comfortable recommending to anybody. It would be, the first one would be Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. The second one would be Things Fall Apart. I think I've talked about it before, by Chinua Achebe. The first one is a book of philosophy about like Stoic philosophy that is has a lot of applicable stuff that you can apply in your day-to-day life. And the Things Fall Apart is just like a really good story.
The first one is basically Meditations by it's the memoirs of a Roman emperor.
Yes.
And this guy actually, describes his life as he grew up and how he fell into Stoicism, which is a certain type of philosophy that, encourages people
In
to
essence, it's a philosophy that tells you to
be present.
be realistic.
Yeah.
And it teaches you that the only thing you can affect is yourself.
For me, Vogue June issue.
Yo, that's hard. That's hard.
A favorite of mine would be The Prophet by Gibran Khalil Gibran, which is
We said that so many times.
yeah, but that's my personal
Yeah.
opinion,
Waldo Goes to the Park. Also riveting.
Riveting.
there's-
Scott Pilgrim.
there's a lot of books that I read that would be I don't know, I wouldn't feel there's something called Gravity's Rainbow, right? It's a book by a guy called Thomas Pynchon, which is a great book. It's just like, one of those books that's so complex and dense that you can't easily recommend it to anybody. It's just
I know
about
what you mean.
so many different things at the same time. It's about World War II. It's about Nazi scientists building rockets. It's about the end of the world.
I can't read books because I don't feel like I get any value out of them. I know it sounds really weird to a lot of people. I would rather have data, analysis, analytics, things that I can feel like I can really relate to and I can see how it moves.
Yeah.
But telling me a story of someone, to me, it's always been like,
It doesn't have to be a novel.
yeah, here's the thing.
I know, but I'm saying, the things that I
Awaken the
read-
giant within. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
okay,
think-
I'm gonna die.
I think you're
Let him sleep.
genuinely adding you're built different. Like again, you're one of the most like practical people I've met in my life.
So, for example, I would
you.
imagine him
You
reading
have
a
to
book.
say it with this.
Like
hand.
if-
I'm built.
If you wanted to learn how to build a muscle car and there's a book about building muscle cars, you probably read that.
That's
because-
definitely 100%.
Exactly.
That's
So,
exactly what happened.
so that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's about something that relates to you.
You
it's
read
not.
for research.
Again, that's it.
Yes.
I read for research.
Practicality.
But
Yes.
you extracted you are looking for a certain thing in a book that you can extract by
Not
finding
always.
something that.
Not always.
No.
Like for,
I'm just saying, for example. Yeah,
I know. Look, I have that where I read things that I feel like if I'm working on something, I want to know more about it or how it functions or whatever it is. But at the same time, I read things that are way out of the things that I do in search of something that I do not see.
So when you read a book about Arabian firebirds, for example,
He
I
would
was-
never read a book
He
about
would
Arabian
never- no,
firebirds.
no.
Like the idea, like when
Australian
the
firebird.
first idea for the podcast when it came like back in 2013, how did it come together? It was so many things that was in play, but what the podcast is about, it came through me reading things. I was reading this one book, and it was basically attacking like the Arab world for so many things.
Mm.
And when I was reading it, I was like, okay, like a lot of my friends are actually reading this and they're believing in this. So I was like, yo, I want to show what we are as just regular people, not, we're not I'm not bringing on this guest to tell me his achievements in life. No, what is the common person talking about it? What is he doing? So things connect things for me. So every time I read something and search for something, I find something that I never really looked at before.
Yeah,
And it helps me in my day to day. I'm not gonna read a book about some dude in his life. I don't care. I don't give two shits about people's lives. I got my own life trying to survive in.
yeah. Some people you do that, for example, to find inspiration or find motivation, right? Like, oh, this
Or
person,
lessons learned.
yeah, this person is somebody who inspires me. Like, I really believe in how this person lived their life and what they achieved. Let me see if there's anything I can extract from that I can use in my daily life.
Here's the thing. This is one of the things I agree with Adil on. Like, I do not care about another person's lived experience other than my own. Because at the end of the day, they are a result of a certain set of circumstances, certain
True.
set. Again, it's not practical
one.
to me. Like,
True.
I can read a self-help book every day of the week, but like, my situation is my situation.
I disagree. I think there are people who have lived extraordinary lives that have lessons that you can take and apply in your own daily life.
but
They
if
don't
you
have
did-
access to something I don't have access to.
No,
Yes,
no,
but hold
that's
on,
what I'm saying.
hold on,
What I'm
wait.
saying was learning or reading. It's about somebody's story and what they did and how they achieved and how they thought of certain things. These are lessons that you can extract and use in your daily life if it means something to you.
So what do like me and Genghis Khan have in common?
Desire to conquer things.
World domination. He started it.
Yeah, but I don't want to go murder people.
I mean,
I don't want to take over people.
different. And
But
different
you
methods.
learn from his mistakes. That's what you do.
No, that's
What
not
are
you
your opinions on horse milk, for example?
do. Okay, first off, I had a conversation with one of my boys just recently, I think like in the last 2 weeks, about his son. And he was telling me about like how he sees a lot of himself in his son and he hates that. And he wants to make changes. And the more that me and him talked, the more it felt to me that he was trying to basically like box his son into a certain thing for him to live. And I was telling him, I was like, bro, if we didn't live the things that we lived when we were young,
We won't be ourselves.
we won't be ourselves. We won't even know ourselves.
True.
Like I want my kids in their young years to feel love, hate, a broken hearted
Experience.
No, they need to experience life in total
exactly.
because it will teach you how to move forward. When you get when something hits you hard in life later on in your 30s, it's very hard for you to find a reason why and to actually to put yourself back together. But if you're hurt at an early age, you know how to move forward. You had enough time to live. So if you try to stop people from living, if I'm reading about someone's life, it doesn't mean jack shit to me. But if I go live my life and I learn from these lessons, it makes it better for me.
Fair. It doesn't.
But I do agree with you that sometimes reading about something does help you. But when does that come to play in the real world?
Yeah, allow me to ask you something.
And that is a very different question, right? Because at the end of the day, the knowledge is there for you to extract it and make use of it whatever way you see fit. But at the end of it, it's just there. What you do with it is very different. For me, and you know me, I like reading for the sake of reading, just for the sake of knowing, for the sake of my own amusement, for the sake of my own
You have
awareness.
a huge fascination about certain things.
And I'm not gonna lie, there's a huge repository of information that I have inside of me that is very likely not practical, not useful. But at the same time, for me, it satisfies an urge, it's a hobby, whatever you want to call it, for me to actually be able to go and say, yes, I've learned about the subject. I know about the subject. I'm interested in this. So
you said
it
it.
allows me to pursue it if I so desire.
You
said
find it
it's
enriching.
a hobby.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
definitely.
So if it's a hobby, I totally understand why
Yeah.
you're doing it. But if I'm taking tips on my life through a book, you have 4 people, right? These 4 people have a loss in their life, right? Not all act the same.
صح. بس يعني for example, say you talk about trauma, for example, going through something when, through my 30s and not having, let's say, the same resilience that I would have if I went through it early in my life and allowed me to kind of build that up. The book that I mentioned, Man's Search for Meaning, it was written by a Holocaust survivor. So what he gave you, the lessons that he gave you in that book, and the reason it was recommended to me was like, this is somebody who went through one of the darkest shit that anybody can actually go through. And the man came out on the other side and he's giving you insights from his experience, from his life, in order for you to actually take it and apply it in your own life to go through trauma and make it through it.
Can I tell you
Get my
something about
point?
that?
Yeah.
Here's my problem with that.
Now, whether it works for you or not is a completely different.
Exactly.
Yes, it's a completely different
What I'm
issue.
trying to tell you is that
you know,
you don't know what's everybody's capacity.
Yes.
true,
Okay.
true.
We say today that not everybody handles everything the same way, but we say let's learn from books. That doesn't work that way. My capacity and your capacity is different. Me and you can be locked up in the same place, having the same information, but both of us will act differently and live differently through it.
Very true.
So that's why I don't see value in what reading, bro. These books about what's the name, like self-help books and all that bullshit. How is it really self-helping?
I don't subscribe to that.
I'm not saying that you do.
But personally, like that's one of the few areas which I don't really explore a lot, which is self-help books, because
shows.
I look at it differently. I feel like there's a whole industry that's built on pseudoscience based on self-help books. I'm sure there's plenty of books that are helpful, actually helpful, but the vast majority for me just seems like,
Self don't need help.
yeah, like self be helping itself, you know.
Adil, let me ask you a question to drive this point home. How many people in your work experience, they are emotionally devastated by the smallest amount of feedback on their work?
Bro, I would love to answer, but a lot of people are going to be exposing themselves.
No,
I'm going
but
to have
see,
to answer a
I
lot of
mean-
people tomorrow.
We've
Emotional
dealt,
resilience.
We've dealt
That's what we're
with
talking about
people, me and Shamsi, we've dealt with people who go to tears when you tell them, maybe change this design a little bit.
I'm going to tell you something that I told someone recently. If you are going to take what is said about you personally, please quit.
True.
It's that simple. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm going to tell you it's going to get better. If you do not find a way to push people's words away and not to take criticism as hate and let it affect you, you're not going anywhere. This is not the industry for you.
Yeah, which brings us back to emotional resilience. It's something
Exactly.
that a lot of people haven't developed or
And not only that, the world is so hectic. Like today we were talking about property value and how everything is going up, right? The world is so difficult today. I have no time to come and listen to your emotions and deal with your shit.
I got my own
I
shit.
got my own shit to deal with. I got my own problems. I got my own family to take care of. I got my own dreams. I am already in so much pressure of what I want to do. But you're coming to me, yo, I don't like how you did this. Can you please not? Yo, I don't have time for your feelings. If I messed up in the things that I was doing in the tasks, tell me I messed up. But if you're telling me, no, the tasks are okay, but the way that you talk to me, bro, I don't have time for your bullshit.
Attitude.
Go somewhere else. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, and the thing is, I've actually been in that situation where somebody actually came and told me your attitude is the problem, it's not your work, and it was just baffling.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck are you
know?
I'm not your
And
friend here, bro.
I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here. I'm not here to.
I'm here to do
laugh
things.
and smile and joke with you. I'm here to actually tell you what I think and
I'll-
do
I'll-
what I do best.
I always tell people in my circle, like that work along me, like, listen, the role is for all of us to succeed. And the only way we succeed is by work. What do we succeed by being nice to each other and loving each other and creating a family atmosphere? That's bullshit. Your family is a home. When you quit this job is not going to keep paying you after you leave. That's not how it works.
True.
You're still going to go somewhere, try to get another job and try to work. You're working for something else. You're not working for the job. Is it a good place to work at? Maybe, yeah. Are you enjoying working at that place? Maybe, yeah. Is the work too hard for you? Maybe yes or no. You find the solution to all that. But even if you're working in the best place in the world,
It's not a
that
family.
place does not owe you anything.
Exactly.
Other than your paycheck.
Exactly. You're getting your services, you're getting your healthcare, and you're getting your payment. That's it. That's all you get. No matter how nice to you, I can be nice, I can be a dick to you. Either way, you do your work, you get all those. And when you leave, I'm not thinking about you. I'm gonna ask you a question.
I'll remember you fondly.
Hold on, I'm gonna ask you a question. Did y'all ever quit a job and then later on had to go pass by the office for something
Fuck no.
and you saw your old people?
No.
You guys ever done that?
I did.
How does it feel?
There's only like a couple of people because I like on a personal level. The other I could give a shit about.
And when you come in, you say hello to them. They're like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Then back to work, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
Exactly. No one gives a shit about you.
Exactly.
They're not gonna tell you, but that's the reality. It's not because they hate you. Everyone is busy in their own lives. Everybody has their own problems. But a lot of people don't get that. No, you have to accommodate to all the things that come with me. Okay, sure. Good luck.
And when
Keep
Good
waiting.
luck.
Keep
and
waiting.
when it comes to overtime pay, والله وحش ترى doesn't put food on the table.
Bro.
صح عليك.
صح عليك. Wallah.
Oh my god. Anyway, let's see. Let's finish this up before we bounce.
Got any more?
Actually, there's a bunch more, I think. But well, actually, there's one that I want to really get to before we bounce. Where is it? Okay, there's this one. In your opinions, can the rap industry be called the perfect example of collaboration to help the community?
Fuck no.
سريع قبل لا يخلص الquestion.
Can I finish? We see artists sharing the stage decades later in the US, for example. Okay? And if that's the case, how important is it for new artists coming up in our region to understand the power of having a courteous attitude and being able to get along with peers for the good of the community?
This is a long ass question.
Yeah. And in the long game for their own good by default.
Wait, that's a whole lot of different elements to take
It's
apart.
like, exactly.
So first of all, no, it's not the perfect because there is no perfect example. You could always improve on things. That's one part of it. It's nice to see artists that have been established for a very long time coming and collaborating with younger artists that are just coming up. Yes, it doesn't happen that often from my awareness. Feel free to correct me, guys. I might be wrong. But when you do see it, yes, it is inspiring. Yes, it is good. It is important to maintain a courteous attitude, as he mentioned it too. I think one of the things that helps the rap industry, there's a lot of openness. You know, you do see people reaching out to other people to collaborate with each other. I'm talking about internationally, not necessarily here. You do see, different sounds, different genres, co-mixing and co-mingling among each other, which ends up creating new sounds over time. So that drives all of that innovation. Now, in terms of the actual behavior on ground, on day-to-day business level, I don't think I have enough information to be able to speak on that. But from what I see, a lot of people have been bitten and been burned by business practice over the years, which has led to a higher level of awareness existing nowadays in the industry. You do see people going out and doing their own things independently and actually succeeding. It's happening more nowadays than it used to happen back in the day, for example. But there's still room for improvement, like everything else.
In terms of rap community, I understand what they're saying about that because it's a subculture of so many different things that came together and created something, right? That we understand, that we can agree with. But rap is a competition. You're there competing for audiences. You're there competing for listens. You're there competing for stage time. It's a competition, no more, no less. Yes, you are collaborating with other people to create your best art. When Kanye West has 100 people on his track, from producers to writers and so on, he's doing that for his track to be number one.
But at the same time,
he's sharing cuts. ما أقول لك لا. But at the same time, he's trying to be number one.
He's competing with 50 Cent by dropping on the same release date because he wants to showcase, hey, I have a bigger
That's
audience.
a different thing. I'm talking about in just general. My role is to be the best version of myself, right? And whatever thing that I see as my career, I need to be number one. Biggest example is football. Looking at football, you got 11 players on the field, and you got one of them saying, yo, I'm that guy. You give it to me and don't worry. I'll take care of us. And then you have the team following a leader. And then that leader makes everything better.
But there's always that tension between I, the guy, and me, the team, right?
Because I need to make sure that I'm successful.
So
you might care about your success and not care about mine. That's fine. But at the same time, if me and you are working on something, you're giving me your best, I'm giving my best.
So if we're going to look at, let's say, rap terms, let's look at like somebody like the Wu-Tang, for example, right? We're coming up. Yes, we want to dominate the rap game. We want the Wu-Tang to be number one among the rap game, but doesn't mean that Ghostface and RZA are not going to be competing on who has the best album, right? There's always going to be that level of outdoing each other, but at the same time, there is a level of pushing each other to produce your best art, as you put it.
When there's competition, that's when you do your best art. When someone is pushing you to the edge, that's when you go into extreme creativity.
Yes.
And you gotta jump out of the box and do something different and make a different noise. Why is Kanye West always trying to fucking evolve? Because he wants to get to somewhere before you get there. He wants to be there first. And that requires me being an asshole. That requires me pushing everybody.
But Kanye is an interesting example because he has been the innovator in the rap industry over the past 20 years in terms of different sounds, in terms of production techniques, in terms of, just creating the bandwagon that everybody...
You go somewhere else. Jay-Z won't just give you a bar for no reason. When Jay-Z speaks, he wants you to listen. So Jay-Z built himself in a position where when I speak, you listen.
The term is steel, sharpened steel.
There we go.
Yeah, well, also it's and the more you do it, the more you get better at it, and at the end of the day, you mentioned the
Look,
sharp
They're all communities, they're all industries, all of them function in their own way, and they're all competitions, they're all sports. All of you want to be number one, you want to be the best. You can work with everybody, you can work by yourself. It's really up to you. You create how you want to create, but you always want to create the best thing. When you go work with someone, you want this person to do his best because it reflects on you.
But so that also requires people to actually work with each other.
Yeah.
You know, which I feel like it's not something that always happens. You do have an issue here, I think, in the rap industry where people are not working with each other, where people are separating themselves.
Look, when it comes to Saudi specifically, it's new. It's all new. Saudi is still, the majority of people are just influenced by what they hear in the US. Someone actually told me, they're like, oh, we don't have O Block. If we had O Block here, like, bro, we have no ghettos, man. Even if we had ghettos, you think they're going to survive?
It's not the same experience.
Exactly. It's not the same experience, bro. You can't try to be like what they are. You need to find your niche. But the problem with that, a lot of people, especially young ones, when they're introduced to good hip hop and they're introduced to great rap, Biggie, everyone else, you start saying, oh, okay, like, yo, this is amazing. And you want to reflect off of that. You want to relate to it.
Yeah.
You know?
And you get stuck there.
And you get stuck there. You can't find what is
Something
you here.
No, and you just get stuck in that same loop where you're
Yeah, and then you start acting like that. So in order for us to have a young generation that wants to enjoy Saudi hip hop, you need to have good, competent people that they can understand so they can relate to. If they don't have that, then there's no competition. True. No one's coming after you. Like when the Qusay area and when all that started, we had that for a while. Then you had Clash coming out and fighting with everybody. You had so many things happening, but okay, they were inspired by something and it sparked something in them and they started moving. And then it became a gimmick. When it became a gimmick, everyone stepped away. Yeah. Because it wasn't fun anymore. Now we have a chance to rebuild all this all over again and bring some people with good fucking quality that people can understand and it can help grow everybody else. And it could actually be an industry. The beautiful thing about what is happening now is that there's a lot of people that are coming together for the sake of one thing, right? And I mean, Entitled is the best example I can give because everybody's at his house working. And he's the guy that works with everybody, that everybody wants to work with him, right? Yeah. And like Moïd and Neferi, like if it wasn't for Entitled being there, I don't think Moïd's album would be what it is. This is my honest truth to all of it. And I said it to everybody knows that. Because he has a vision. He put in the time and he started looking for himself in all of this. He wasn't trying to be everybody else. Yeah. He kept searching. To this day, he's searching.
He has that collaborative mindset.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not only collaborate for himself, how do I want to sound? How do I feel? How I want people to relate to me? How they should hear me? Like there's certain like words and certain tracks. I'm like, yo, you can't do that. And he was like, but this reflects the reality that I'm in. You can't tell me I can't do that. Like he has that amazing track that I don't think anyone's gonna hear, which is Allah Told Me.
Yeah.
You know? That's an amazing track, but if you name a track Allah Told Me, people they're not gonna get the message. But that was a great fucking anyway.
Yeah,
that's gonna be one that like maybe
that's
for the mixtapes.
Yeah, maybe
get back to that one day.
Yeah, one day we'll get back to that one. But yeah, I think it's still growing. There's a lot that goes.
There's a lot of room to go.
But I look, if I wish for one thing, I wish that they would focus more on the music than on all the noise around them. That's what I wish for. I think it's still a new industry. I don't think a lot of people are going to be paying that much attention. And I think a lot of people are going to be negative about what's happening. I mean, this is all brand new, so it's okay to have all this criticism. But as long as you put out great quality and great work, you'll be fucking fine. Exactly. With that being said, y'all want to play NBL's Check for Your Bounce? Bro, this is going to be a long episode. I'm sorry, y'all. Oof. Yeah, this is going to be a long episode.
Sleepy.
Yeah. What sucks for y'all? Guess what? I'm at home. That's a y'all problem. Anyway, so NBL has a new track with Aziz and someone else that I cannot pronounce the name.
Yezer is Bollo.
Bollo.
Ebola.
Oh, NBL. I didn't say anything, all right?
See, that's him.
He
that's
called it Ebola.
Exactly.
All right, I didn't say a single thing. By the way, Catch Entitles, the new golf curated playlist on Apple Music. Do not miss that. He put everybody from around the Gulf in it. Anyway, let's play this.
Let's go.
Let's go. Ice by who says featuring who? Ice Boy Ola. NBL, Aziz.wav.
NBL, back with some fire things.
NBL.
See the PNL after this one, you see me. Real talk.
Wine your body for me. Can you sweet pass, honey, my baby, oh, my baby, oh. No go play, no do me why yo. Girl, I love it when you dance on the dance floor. When you wine all the boys, them one more. Che, che, che. Tell me what's your price, I go pay, 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 pay. Yeah, you give me vibe, you give me ginger. I bring this back anytime when I see ya. Be my miss, I be your mister. Give me peace, make I please ya. Oh no, no. Make I be your commando. Fight for you like Jet Li. Me, I no go play you like a Ronaldo. Why you no be Bollo? Me, I no go play you like Bollo. Why you no be Bollo? Me, I no go play you like Bollo. Why you no be Bollo? Me, I no go play you like Bollo. Why you no be Bollo? Me, I no go play you like Bollo.
Control your body like Nintendo.
Oh, Aziz.
But me no play no games, cause I know how you do. Twist and turn like a hula hoop. Girl, this love is just overdue. Twist and turn like a hula hoop. Girl, you wishing you're on a loop. Hey, on a loop with me. I got what you need. Believe in me, baby. No fantasies. No empathy when you're on top of me. She give me that look, she ready. Wine slow, girl, be steady.
Wine your body for me. Can you sweet pass, honey, my baby, oh, my baby, oh.
Bolo.
Yes, there is.
NBL, Aziz.wav.
What does Bollo mean, though?
So me and NBL had this argument. Okay.
Give me the language.
Hawaii.
Because I'm getting a lot of languages in a different.
Okay.
All
Sounds
right.
Caribbean.
Okay, no. Okay, hold on. I want him to give me an answer.
Is it Spanish?
No.
What'd you find?
So in Italian, it means stamp.
Okay.
Does
In Spanish, it means bun.
Okay. I want you to search Bolo slang.
Island patois.
No.
This is basically what I usually be looking for.
No. Because he told me at the location. We searched it up. It meant something. It meant idiot. Okay. And I'm like, okay.
Are you sure that's what you're going for? Okay, we're not.
A slightly less popular slang term for an attractive person
There we go.
can be used for both men and women.
Exactly. So Bolo. Like, kitty.
Okay. Is that Haitian?
Colombian.
No, it's Colombian.
Colombian.
Haitian.
Yes.
Okay.
Haitian. The
It's
term
from a
is Haitian.
page
Haitian.
called Dating in Colombia.
It's from
Letting
Haiti.
you know. The language of love.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway. So Bolo. It's out. Listen to it. Great track.
Good stuff.
See, and Bill, I didn't shit on it like I told you I will. I gave him so much shit yesterday, bro.
It's a good track. It's a good track.
Bolo. He's in Bahrain, bro.
Okay.
If someone says, it's Matt Bolo.
ايوه يا حبيبي اي بولو بولو
Anyway,
So-
shout out to the boys.
So
Shout out
Bolo
the
had to say
boys.
it twice.
Anyway, yeah.
See?
He just ruined the whole track, bro.
See? We're,
Oh my god. Anyway.
got you, Bill. Here for you.
Oh Lord.
وصلنا وصلنا الحمد لله على
Well, there's so
السلامة.
many other questions, but I think this episode's way too long now.
احس انه يعني وصلنا
عوضنا على
الشرقية.
السؤال.
وصلنا الشرقية.
Oh yes. Actually, it makes sense.
صح؟
Ah,
صح؟
Clever.
It was deliberate.
Yes, it was. Yeah, exactly. See,
Yeah,
we
exactly.
always do things on purpose.
yes, okay. Just so you know, there's always, meaning.
If this episode, we should have said this in the beginning, but this I told you, we're like, it's on purpose. We're out next week. Eid Mubarak, everybody.
كل عام وانتم بخير.
كل عام وانتم بخير بصحة وعافية.
ذبيحة طيبة.
مسبقا.
Turkish is going to be on his massage tour of Asia. And
I'm gonna be through Asia massaging everybody. It's like, if you see me, just holler.
I got the fingies.
Just so you know, Turks is looking for happiness on this trip. So,
Turks is there to provide happiness on the trip.
He's looking for happiness.
No,
so
he's providing.
May you
Give and
find.
take. It's a give and take.
The happiness costs extra.
Yeah.
If you're asking which trip, it's the club. Anyway, so we out of here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. We appreciate every single one of y'all. Shout out tons of listeners and tons of viewers. We appreciate every single one of y'all. Let me pause this stupid ass song. Anyway, what? Don't point at me like I know what the fuck is going on.
Yo.
Go on.
What do you want?
Bollo.
Nah. Comedy's not your thing.
No.
Anyway, enjoy your Eid, everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks, I think.
Probably.
In 2 weeks, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Give or take.
So listen to 1 hour of the episode, the next week listen to the other hour.
But
exactly.
Special
yeah,
edition.
now that you've
Balance.
got to the end of the episode
Exactly.
and realize that, you just listen to the next hour. So sad. So sad.
We out?
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeesh.